Good evening, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Let's make sure that we get online, and we already got Tara popping up.
Tara
Hey, Miss
Simpson.
Tara, how you
Glad
doing?
to see you.
So, we'll give people a couple minutes to come on.
Well, that just made my whole night.
That's awesome. Hey, Stephanie is on. Yeah, we've missed you, Tara. I know you've been super busy with everything going on. Miss Rhonda's here. Miriam is here. So, welcome to our Thursday night live stream. We do this every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Joe.
I'm Rachel.
And we're 2krazyketos. And here on our channel, we do different things like product reviews and recipe videos. We talk about various keto topics. Every Monday, we do Keto on the Couch, which lately we've been doing live.
Yeah.
And then every Thursday, we're doing this. So,
we're getting really close to 10,000 subscribers.
Yes.
We're going to have a hugemus giveaway for that.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll get there quickly.
Yeah. And please do us a favor. Make sure you hit the like button on this. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Sign up for notifications. That is the best way.
I see something that says it's not streaming on Facebook.
It should be streaming on Facebook. It's going to restream.
Not sure.
Steph, did I get your email? Yes. We got one thing, which I will go grab in a second. I'm assuming it's from you because there is no tag inside. Ooh. So I'm going to let you say hello to everybody that is here.
Well, hello.
And I will go get that.
Oh my goodness, you got an email from Miss Stephanie. I'm excited. So Gigi Girl's here. Hello, Gigi Girl. Carmen. Ayo from Hungry Heath. Sherry. Tamara. Oh my goodness. Looks good on... oh, okay. Not streaming on Facebook. I don't know. What's its dilemma? Vicky, hello. Leonka. Heather. It's snowing again where Miss Heather is. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that it is snowing well into April. Can you believe this? Patty, hello. 2KK family. Carla. Katrina. Let's see. Okay, so that's when Joe said, did you get my email? Heather Soanes, hello. So Tara says, I'm the only one working right now. I start about 7 every morning and don't finish until bedtime. Tara, I am so sorry. I know you are working so hard. This is precious getting to see you. So Angie says, love my earrings. Thank you so much because we're trapped at home, right? So we're getting fancy wherever we are. And when we go out, I need to be able to decorate around my mask. Are you decorating around your mask? Because that's all that anybody can see. Right?
It is.
I find myself winking a lot whenever we have to go out because I'm like, that's all you can see.
Yeah.
You can only see my eyes.
So here, is this one of the things that you were talking about? Look what we got in the mail today.
My goodness. Catch up with Jesus. Let us praise and relish him because he loves me from my head. I can't even say it. Tomatoes. I can't say that. Tomatoes. Get it?
Yeah,
tomatoes.
So I'm assuming this is one of the things that you said. You said there were two things coming. But there's literally no little thing or anything in here of who it's from.
That is amazing.
Thank you for the email because we would have never known. I'm going to put that to the side.
I'm actually totally stealing this.
Okay.
I'm stealing it. This is fancy. You can't even go out and buy a new shirt or anything, right?
Yeah, by the way, we've gotten several emails from people.
How cute is this?
Amazon is currently not printing t-shirts, which is what that's where we get our shirts from.
Right.
And so if you are trying to get a 2krazyketos shirt, you can't get one right now through Amazon. The other company we used to use is Teespring. We weren't happy with them. They charge way too much money.
It was like 4 weeks.
They take forever to print them. We weren't happy with the quality. So right now we're trying to do something else where we can use a vinyl printer at home because I have one and it would be even cheaper. But right now there's just nothing because I don't like cheap quality at expensive prices.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. We're not trying to make money or anything like that.
That's a terrible combination.
Yeah. So Gail, did you say Gail is here? Chris said just being...
a pedantic.
It's Eastern Daylight Time until we do away with the Daylight Saving Time. Yes, it is time to get rid of Daylight Savings Time. There's no need for it. No need for it. Kathleen is here. Hello from Salt Lake City. Wish you were here. Yes, we're supposed to be there right now.
I know. It makes me so sad.
We are supposed to be out in Salt Lake right now.
I'm definitely sending virtual hugs, especially to Heather. I would have gotten to see. Chris, I would have gotten to see. Miriam, I would have gotten to see. I would have gotten to see all their kids.
We would have gotten to see Dr. Barry.
Dr. Barry. Speaking of which, what a great interview.
Yep.
We got to have with Dr. Barry.
Saw it, but we got to interview Dr. Barry on Monday evening. And it was really good. We were supposed to just talk for a few minutes, and it was going to make, okay, well, we'll see what we can get out of it. And it went so well. Pretty much what we put up today was uncut. I mean, it was some awesome conversations. And Rachel's like, are you going to bleep out when he uses the word shit? And I'm like, no.
Joseph.
It was perfect. And it's true. Like he's saying, those products are crap.
I was like, should we boop? Should we boop him?
No. Dr. Barry wouldn't appreciate it if we booped.
He's unboopable. Don't boop him. So,
Chris said, just kidding, Facebook is working. Yeah.
Good.
Cam is on from Facebook from Missouri.
Hello, Cam.
Chris said Facebook is working. Becky said, Steven says, hi, he's working on more orders.
Oh my goodness. I just looked in the garage. I need tape. P.S. If you're watching.
Stephanie said, oh, I don't know how to send a message with stuff. Yeah, there's a thing where you can say on the bottom on Amazon with anybody that no matter who you're sending it to, you can say to a gift. And if you say that this is a gift, then they allow you to say a message. So that's the only way you can do it with Amazon.
I love this thing, and it's super soft too.
Marlene said your earrings are fabulous.
Thank you. I think this is from Claire's. I mean, years ago, I've had these forever. But you know, Claire's, they have the most bling for your buck, I feel like.
Gigi Girl says, I don't understand why you don't have 10,000 subscribers.
Thanks, Gigi.
I don't either, but here's our thing. We were talking about this last night.
We're not as likable as we had hoped.
I would rather have the subscribers that we have, because we enjoy talking to you guys.
We get to have actual relationships.
If you're at all active on this channel, we know your name.
Which I love.
We feel like you guys really are family. So I'd rather have the smaller amount of subscribers we now have and have this family atmosphere than have 500,000 subscribers and not know anybody. That is just how I feel.
That is really true. And I feel like that even when we're at church, and it's kind of funny because I'm used to knowing every single kid, in every service. Mm-hmm. So as we've grown, even as a church, it's kind of interesting because it's like, oh my gosh, there's 400 kids and I don't know all their names yet. I need to know all your names. I need to know everybody.
When we first started, working for the church and running the children's program,
there's 5 kids.
I think we had 15 kids total in the whole
including
program,
babies.
And we had like 5 volunteers, and half of those were our family.
Yeah.
I don't even know the names of half of our volunteers at this point because we just keep getting more volunteers, and I certainly don't know the kids unless it's a room that I'm in.
So I like the small settings, and I like to know everybody.
Yeah, it's just that's part of getting big, but I'm happy. I'd love to get more subscribers. We'd love to be able to travel the country more.
Yeah, we'd like to go out our front door at this point.
That would be awesome,
right?
Heather said, I'm on her Facebook. Okay, awesome. Miriam said, Tara, hey, how are you doing? Have you got to go on any hikes while on the quarantine?
I feel like a hike right now, if you're in a place where you can walk around, would be so therapeutic. Like, I think it's super necessary. Like, Heather is trapped inside with more snow. It snowed today. How?
Steph said, Joe, you have one more thing coming, and Rachel has 2 things. Everything is being shipped on different days.
Oh, my gracious.
You are so awesome.
You are so sweet. Thank you.
So, yeah, that is what's going on with Amazon right now. And Becky said, Restream is a bit lagging on Facebook. It was doing that earlier for Fearless 5. Yeah, Restream is like that. I mean, we do the same thing. We use Restream at our church. And it does. Because everything goes through unto them, and then it gets dispersed. So it's always one is ahead of the other. It's kind of funny on Saturdays and Sundays when Rachel and I are in different rooms and we are involved in the chats for church, because right now church is, and like I will hear what pastor says like 5 to 10 seconds earlier than it is appearing on my screen because Rachel's in another room.
Well, it's so funny because he'll hear me be like, oh, that was a good point, and he'll be like,
where is it?
Where is that? I'm waiting. Okay, now is it going to be a good point? Like, it's funny.
Teal is here. Hey, Teal.
Tara says she's thankful to be working even if it is a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lisa is here. She said, hey, Joe and Rachel. Keith is here. He said, just checking in. I'm actually falling asleep, not feeling well. Have a great night.
Sorry, Keith. Hope you feel better.
Steph said your hair is getting so thick, Rachel.
I am loving this.
We were talking about this last night. She was like, should I cut it? I'm like, don't you dare.
Well, it's just me and you. So I got to get the bald guy to cut my hair for me or risk one of the children doing it.
I told her, like, I'll do, like, a full pedicure, manicure on her tomorrow.
Yes.
But she's got to manscape my back. But we might end up with, like, a full bearskin rug if she does that. It's pretty bad at this point.
Oh, my gosh. TMI, right? TMI.
Chris said, crap, I forgot to enter the Keto Chow giveaway.
Yeah, we don't want him to miss out on that.
Speaking of which, so.
Still time.
Monday's Keto on the Couch. We placed an order with Keto Chow. They sent us some of these. We have big bags of chocolate Keto Chow, so we're giving these away. If you don't know what these are individual servings of chocolate peanut butter. They just recently got these, so we're giving away 5 of them on Monday's Keto on the Couch. All you have to do is go over to the Keto on the Couch that was this past Monday.
Are you giving away tomorrow? Or
we're gonna give them away tomorrow.
Okay.
On a live stream. But you're going to have to just be subscribed to the channel and sign up for notifications because we're not going to tell you when we're going to do it. Sometime tomorrow.
Maybe after I clean my bathroom.
We're going to do a live stream sometime tomorrow.
Okay.
And we'll pick the winners live. Here's the thing. I was going through the box of all my stuff because Chris had also sent us some peanut flour, which is what they make this with.
How exciting.
So that I can experiment with recipes. And I found 4 more of these.
Okay.
So we're giving away 5 tomorrow.
Okay.
And then 4 more on Monday's Keto on the Couch.
Awesome.
So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you are signed up for notifications because that's how you're going to know about it.
Should they leave a notification on this live stream or just keep putting it on
Keto on the Couch? Everything's on Keto on the Couch.
So 9 chances to win.
So you'll have 9 chances to win.
I like those odds. So way better. For someone like me who rarely wins things, 9 options
I think it's pretty cool.
Much better.
Yeah, and like I said, we already have we have 2 bags of chocolate peanut butter. It's my favorite flavor.
And we have been enjoying Keto Chow all week long. I don't know if you guys have been doing it also, but we've been doing 3 meals a day, Keto Chow or yogurt. But I've mostly been doing the Keto Chow because I turn it into ice cream.
I blended a yogurt into a Keto Chow for lunch.
How did you enjoy that?
It made it very creamy.
Now you've been doing the sweet flavors too with me.
Yeah.
You haven't had any savory yet.
No.
Got one more day if you'd like to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to have a savory tomorrow actually.
You think so?
I am.
I have really been appreciating this week because of I want to snack. I want to do stuff. It's fulfilling my snacking and giving me all my nutrients together.
Tara said, yeah, all the parks are closed there so they can't go hiking. That really stinks.
Man.
Becky said, please send snow.
Chris says he'd wear it as a cape. That's awesome. Yes. Right? It would make a great cape.
It would be. Chris said, I already won. Big package of Keto Chow arrived today.
Yay.
Line Girl said, good evening from Hamilton, Ontario.
Hello. How is it in Ontario?
Heath is here, said, Shelly made me buy 8 more pork bellies so we can make more of your bacon.
Awesome. You've been slicing away.
Yeah, we made 2. We bought that slicer, which isn't quite big enough. I'm not spending $300 on a slicer big enough for a slab of bacon. So what I did was I kind of like made it into a U and it slices it perfect. And I only paid $80 for that slicer, so I feel like it was worth it.
I feel like it's very romantic too because he's like, would you like some bacon next week? And I'm like,
I brought a pound to Pastor and he was like, I'm running home to cook this right now.
That tickles me. I'm glad that you did that.
And I went and bought another pork belly because I'm about to start that one because gotta have bacon.
Aren't you supposed to tithe your bacon to your pastor?
My question is,
he gets the first 10%.
Is Heath making his bacon as Porky Pig?
You have to stop. We have to stop. I'm gonna boop you.
Chris said, you're a wiener, dang it. Miriam said, our parks are closed too, but our mountains are open if you drive far enough.
Wow. I think people are ready to drive far enough to get to some place they can walk around.
Tara said she may just run away to get a work break, Miriam.
Serious.
Rhonda said, Chris and Joe, didn't you know you could strain yogurt out of the refrigerator? Making another batch right now, and this is the first time I've vented. Must come out fine either way. Joe and Chris, please advise. You can actually strain it outside because it is a culture, so it is eating up the bacteria. you will usually actually strain away more whey if you do it outside. Now, I always just do it in the refrigerator because Rachel freaks out about anything outside of the refrigerator.
Because South Florida.
She won't let me keep butter outside of the refrigerator, which I want to, especially Chef Chamois butter. So I put bacon grease on the counter, and either Rachel or Caleb sticks everything, always goes in the refrigerator. Have you ever tried to scoop hard bacon grease or hard tallow?
I know it's not necessary. He even has a special container for it, but it just weirds me out. South Florida.
But Aaron on High Fat High Fun did do a video on where he was curious of, do you get more whey if you...
No way.
Do you get more whey if you strain it out of the refrigerator as far as in? And he did 2 batches, and he did actually strain out more whey with it being out of the refrigerator, which makes sense because it's colder in the refrigerator.
No way, Jose.
Patty said, "Hi y'all. Yes, be gone with daylight savings time. It just screws everybody up.
It causes a lot of accidents.
It causes a lot of accidents. People are late to work during daylight savings time change. Depression, really suicides are up during daylight. It's time to get rid of it, especially when you have certain areas of the country that don't have it. So you have some areas of the country where they're Arizona 1 hour behind, and then there's other times where they're 2 hours behind. It's like, come on, we're just messing with everything." Miriam said, "I just want to go outside. I feel crazy and trapped right now."
D-Daz says, "Good evening, everyone. My hair looks beautiful. Thank you. And yours does too, by the way."
Jerry said, "The bread from Julian Bakery is eggy in my opinion. Keep the entire loaf in the freezer, not the fridge." Ugh. I've never tried it. We pretty much just don't bother with keto breads unless it's...
We did like the Fox Hill.
The Fox Hill, where
and
it is a
smart buns.
True bread. Like, with not having wheat. If it's got a bunch of wheat in it, I am not having... We've made the decision we're not even reviewing anymore. We've seen several... I'll take a picture of it and tell you don't buy this, but we are not doing a review of any. And Dr. Berry touched on it as well. Like, whoever thought that wheat is keto? It's not, and ingredients matter.
He really, minces words, doesn't he?
I know, especially when he started talking about like the Infamil and the Ensure and Pediasure.
He's very shy.
Gigi Girl said, "As soon as Amazon starts printing those shirts, I'm getting 1 or maybe 2.
Oh, bless your heart.
Amy said it was an amazing interview.
Thank you so
Tina
much.
said it was a really good interview.
We're really, really excited about all the different guests we're going to have, and we love getting your feedback as far as who you would like us to reach out to.
We're going to start reaching out to some different people. We haven't yet, but we've got a couple of ideas. We're actually thinking about trying to find, there's a couple of people we have in our mind for one of the ones coming up on, like, what are some exercises you can do at home while you're quarantined, like from a chair. Yes. Like what are some different things? So we have a couple people that we're considering giving a shout out to and seeing if they'll come on and talk to us about that.
Yeah.
Miriam said, "Oh no, Keto Salt Lake, sad panda."
It is a sad panda. I am a sad panda. Actually, too, I was just talking to my the rest of my family because this is MegaCon. They would be at MegaCon right now. Caleb would be. It's like one of the largest comic book conventions.
Yep.
And all of those are canceled right now as well. And it's just sad.
Mommy is on.
Hello.
She said, "Hello, sweet people."
Hello, sweet mama.
Did she yell at us yet for having those pictures in the Dr. Berry interview?
She did, and I said, "Hey, we got pictures of you." And she's like, "Really? What kind of pictures?" I'm like, "Before and after pictures." And she's like, "And after pictures?" But also before. But that's all right.
I told Rachel last night, I'm like, do not tell her I'm putting this in here because it's very important to the video because we're so proud of you.
Yes, we're super proud of you, Mom. We put before pictures of ourselves, too.
And we didn't put after pictures.
We didn't put after.
Heather said, "Dr. Berry interview was awesome."
Thank you.
Valerie said, "Hi from California, smoking a tri-tip on my grill for dinner tonight. Use Joe's barbecue rub."
Awesome.
Thank you. Shelly said, "Please like this video."
Chris said that you can boob Ken on the nose, but only if you're a lady. That's good to know. Don't boob him.
Stephanie said, "We have 2 pork bellies getting ready in the fridge now for the smoker to arrive."
Ooh, yes. Well, that way you'll be able to just move it right into the smoker. No delay. Deborah says, "Hello from Virginia."
Keto on a Budget is here. She said, "Yay, I made a live." Andrea said, "Hello from Chicago. Supposed to snow tonight. I'm so excited. I love snow."
At least it's something pretty to look at.
Yeah.
We just look at our steamy grass that's like 100 degrees.
Slap6 said, I look forward to watching the Dr. Berry interview. I think it's really good. Now, it is an hour long, but I put down in the description, there's little places where you can jump to certain things. I mean, really one topic kind of rolls into the other.
But just in case.
If you watch something and say, hey, I got to turn it off, you can just go find where you were in the description. It'll take you right to that part of the video.
And when we say it was awesome, it had nothing to do with us.
No.
It had to do with, he's awesome.
We barely talked.
Yeah.
Dr. Berry, like, I could listen to him for hours.
Right?
Hours.
Seriously.
Becky said, Ray, 1992, loved your earrings.
That was a great year. It also, except for, you know what I'm missing? Aquanet. How many people used Aquanet in 1992? I feel like there's a piece of the ozone layer that I'm personally responsible for taking down.
I feel like you're still contributing to that.
Well, not with Aquanet.
Tara said, Keto Mom, you aren't kidding about Zoom calls. I had 7 last Friday.
There is a lot.
Just wish I had stock in Zoom.
So I was talking to somebody today who is a teacher. And so they were having like a meeting all together with other people in her faculty department. And she's like, I'm still not quite used to Zoom yet. So everybody's, it's kind of like the Brady Bunch. There's like squares of everybody that's involved in the meeting. And she didn't realize that her computer wasn't muted like she thought it was. Mm-hmm. And the meeting was going too long and it was getting like super like useless, like useless meetings. She goes, oh my gosh, get on with it. But it was not muted. And so all of a sudden she's like, all of the little Brady Bunch people just start looking at my square. Like, oh my gosh. So.
I felt bad because the same exact person the other day, Anthony and I were at the church and we were spraying the weeds and stuff. And then we had a staff meeting. It was via Zoom, or if you happen to be there. And I happened to be at the office. So I was in there, and Rachel was on during Zoom, and Grayson wouldn't shut up. So then he was part of the Zoom meeting.
I had to bring him in.
And, of course, Pastor's trying to get him to talk the entire time.
Right.
And then afterwards, I went to find this same person who was now on a work call, and she was in another room. Well, I didn't know that. I just peeked my head in, and I saw her in the room. So I opened my door. I'm like, hey, is everything okay? And she's like, shh. And she was, like, talking to a student.
I know.
I felt like so bad.
It's bad, right? And then sometimes too, you have like the background of your Zoom meeting is like what you want everybody to see, which is like, look at this, I got my stuff together back here. And it's like, if I turn the camera around, all you see is my laundry, right? My giant couch laundry.
Okay, so Joyce said, would you address the macros you used when you were losing? How tall are each of you? Well, I'm 6 foot.
And I'm 5'7.5".
Okay, now,
give me my
the
half.
macros that we used when we were losing. When I did keto to lose weight, I did it very differently than what I would advise people to do now. Why? I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
Okay, there was not nearly the information. I mean, it's like what I talked about with Dr. Berry. When I got started on keto, first of all, there were no companies. There was Keto Chow, which nobody knew about.
Yeah.
The only keto product out there was Keto Bar, and then you had Quest. There was very little information on YouTube. I think Keto Connect was pretty much the only people out. Dr. Bird had just switched over to talking about keto, and Dr. Berry was just starting his channel. So everything was kind of like winging it for me. And I did everything wrong compared to the way you should. I mean, we followed net carbs, which again, like Dr. Berry said today. When you know
better, you do better.
Right. And like Dr. Berry said today, if you're first getting started, stick with net carbs. But eventually you're going to have to switch to total carbs. The difference between net carbs when I started and net carbs now is there were no products playing the fiber game back then. Now you have low carb breads and keto breads, and that stuff will kill you.
You were mostly doing the total carb, net carb thing with whole food.
Right.
So you were looking at things like your broccoli and your asparagus and your Brussels sprouts, and you were dealing with, the net carbs was in your heavy whipping cream. It wasn't in, your desserts or your snacks.
You really didn't eat many desserts unless you had something that you made at home with almond flour or erythritol. And we've always said the same thing. Like, if you want to do net carbs and subtract, the fiber from asparagus and broccoli, be my guest. But processed food, I would be a little bit more careful because, again, they're playing games with that.
So in our opinion, I think mostly what we do, because we're still always interested in maintaining weight is not really.
There's no such thing as maintenance.
But anyway, so probably like 40 total carbs maybe is a recommended
cap. People
cap.
have been messaging us like all day long of, okay, so if you talk about total carb, what is your... We like to stick to between 25 to 30 total carbs, with the exception of our dessert day, which we don't even do every week, but usually it's Friday. On those days, we will do no more than 40 total carbs, but still no more than 20 net. But on average, honestly, our carbs are somewhere around 10 to 15 total carbs.
Yeah.
We do very few vegetables, just once in a little while. And I would say most of my carbs, if I have a bar, that's 95% of my carbs for the day.
And that is not just for maintaining a weight loss regimen. We've found that makes us feel good too, right? Keeping the carbs in that area, usually we've got some good mental clarity. You feel good. You feel energized. Anybody who's had too many keto treats
and
have over total carbed it, you know that feeling, right? Like you feel the blahs. You feel very like, I don't know, bloated. There's a yucky feeling when you over total carb it, even with keto treats.
Right. So that is one of the reasons, like, I mean, we still have keto treats. I will eat one of those Pop-Tarts. I will have a bar, but I will limit myself personally to one every 2-3 days. I'm not going to have one every day, and I certainly will not have more than one every day, because that more than one a day, because that will throw me way beyond where I want to be personally.
And we'll feel wonky.
Now, as far as macros right now, if you're just getting started, like what Dr. Berry was talking about in that interview, don't worry about calories. Stick to whole foods, 2 meals, maybe 3. Don't snack at all.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine. Keep your carbs low as possible. Just keep them low, and you're going to be successful.
And eat till you're full within those, 2 meals.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, he did put off a $1,000 challenge.
Yeah.
He did say that, like, he defies you to gain weight eating 2 meals a day as much as you can possibly eat.
Right food.
If you eat the right food.
There you
That's
go.
the key. So Steph said, okay, thanks, Joe. I will have to remember that as a gift shop a lot on Amazon.
Vintage girls.
Chris said, so I was watching the Dr. Berry video. Joe had the before pictures. Holy freaking cow. Joe is a bigger loser than I realized.
Yes.
Yes, I was big. The scary part is that picture that's in there is not even me at my heaviest weight.
Right.
It is me at my biggest size. Mm-hmm. But there were times where I weighed more but was a smaller size, which just shows you that, that whole yo-yo dieting. I mean, I know my first wedding, I only weighed I think I weighed 270 pounds, and I was in 2 sizes smaller than that picture.
Right.
So it is kind of interesting to see that, I can do that. Well, I've been 260 pounds wearing a 44, but when I was 280 pounds, I was wearing a 40.
It goes in different places, right?
It does.
Well, and the same for me. 255 is when I stopped getting on the scale altogether. We know that it was more than 255, but I was not facing that number anymore.
Mm-hmm. Kevin said, so great seeing you two this evening. Have you ever reviewed keto bread from Julian Bakery? I saw it today, but didn't see any good reviews. I'd be interested in your 5 things review.
We have not.
We have not done the Julian Bakery. I haven't done any of the Julian Bakery products, and I honestly am not interested in doing them. We did one bread, which was the Aldi. And honestly, I won't do another one. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I will never recommend a bread product that has wheat as an ingredient. I'm never going to do it.
I'm afraid it's going to hurt more people than help them.
Yeah. Jerry said it's quality, not quantity, Joe. Kathleen said, oh, so hard to hear, be better soon. Deborah said, so good to be with you. Such an uplifting time visiting and hearing about your day.
Thank you. Shannon says, hello from Ohio. Hello.
Becky said, I sit on every Zoom call my kids have, even in their youth group. Really have to be a helicopter in this day and age.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely do. And from what I understand, you need to be really careful with the Zoom numbers when it tells you to join a group, especially for the youth groups. They're making sure that, no one else gets into your Zoom groups, because sometimes you're dealing with kids in a group. You don't want somebody that's not invited to the party coming to the party.
Heather said, Chris, have you seen Phil and my before pictures? Yeah. Talk about a transformation.
Amazing.
Heather and Phil.
Amazing.
Margie said it was a great interview. I have to go back and rewatch as I was working and mostly just listening. Yeah, seeing some of Dr. Barry's facial expressions is always a fun thing to do.
He's such a cutie patootie.
Lisa said, love all your videos. I never miss one.
You're so sweet. Joe is 11 bananas tall and Rachel is 9 bananas tall.
April said, your hair is looking really beautiful.
Thank you. I can't get out to cut it, and it's not a bad thing.
Do not cut it.
I'm enjoying it. I'm just glad for it to fill in, because it used to be like so straggly that it was really embarrassing. I had lots of holes.
Joy said, you both listen to each other with your eyes. Thank you for being you.
Aw.
Yvonne said, hey, 2krazyketos. Hope all is well.
Hello.
Jacqueline is here, said, hey, crazy keto people. Hope everyone is staying well and finding ways to have fun.
We are definitely having fun, playing new board games, playing new card games. Anthony's been teaching us some magic tricks.
Oh, I meant to put that video up. So I sent, Chris, I don't know if you saw it.
This was amazing. What was the name of that company?
I don't know. I don't even know the name of the company. I wish I put it on here. We'll have to do it for the next live stream. So Anthony loves magic card tricks.
Susan.
He loves doing card tricks. So he ordered these specialty cards, because if you know anything about magic, usually the deck is special. That's what allows the trick to happen. Like it's got 6 of a certain card, or a card that's got something on each side, and every trick requires a different deck. So he ordered these decks from this company.
Because it was a good price.
And they sent him a video. It's an actual video of his product being packaged, and they're holding it up and like, here's your thing.
Thank you for your order.
And like they're waving to him with a, hey Anthony, here comes your order. I'm like,
see your address?
This is customer service. They're doing it to music. I'm like, this is customer service.
I couldn't believe it. Every order that they're sending out like a personal email thank you with a video of your order being packed. I was like, oh my gosh. And they were the lowest price.
Anthony is like, I will be ordering from this company in the future.
Because I want to see their videos.
I mean, and that's like me.
Of my thing getting packaged.
I'm all about customer service. Like, I will pay more money to that company just because of that customer service.
Can you imagine if someone was videoing me packaging all of the comic book stuff? They would have to boot my videos probably sometimes, right?
Sherry said, best YouTubers ever.
Bless your heart, Sherry.
Rhonda said, Miriam and Chris love the pumpkin spice keto chow. Just received my salted caramel today. Wow. Also, you guys, I'm adding hemp and chia seeds into my yogurt. It makes it more filling.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We had some, didn't we add hemp milk to like keto chow?
She's using hemp seeds.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We had pumpkin spice yesterday and it was delicious. And it wasn't even Thanksgiving time. And the pumpkin spice was a very welcome addition to my day.
Lisa said, awesome interview with Dr. Barry. So informative.
I am so glad you guys liked it. Becky did offer to cut my hair. She did.
No. And that's not because it's Becky. It's because I want her to grow her hair.
Nah, just keep it longer.
Tara said, I haven't left my house since March 11th. My husband is doing what little running we need to do, and I am on a first-name basis with my FedEx driver.
It's getting a little weird, right?
It's getting a little weird.
It's like, hey, like the UPS guy, I'm so desperate for conversation that I keep him way longer than what is appropriate.
Susan said, I love your video with Dr. Barry. It's so awesome. Keto on the Budget said, I've been doing shopping for Instacart. It's been incredibly busy.
Wow. Thank you so much for doing that. Like, there are so many seniors that I've spoken with this week that Instacart and having the things delivered to their door has been not just a blessing to them, but also it's been very encouraging for their families because they know that they've been taking every precaution that they can to stay inside.
Ron said, I applied for the Chili Pet for first responders. Thank you.
Awesome.
I hope you guys get one. Rebecca said, new sub to Christy Davis.
Hello.
Currently binge watching your videos. I love Christy Davis.
We love
She's
Christy
so awesome.
Davis. I'm ready for like dollar store hauls to be a thing again.
Sherry said, there's a local park where I live that is open but has a bunch of trails. It's been great walking the dog there. Such a blessing.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Life Hacker ran a story today, how to not up your DIY haircut.
Yeah. Yes. Right. To screw it up.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Steph said, my hair was doing good with Perfect Keto. Then I started buying keto, and my hair is now falling out again. Just got 2 Perfect Ketos today and 2 coming on Sunday. I learned my lesson.
I've used...
We tried some other products.
We have. I've absolutely tried other products, and some of them I've gotten from Ross Dress for Less. I'm not going to lie, okay? I've gone and said, like, you know what? It's probably the same thing. I can get it at Ross. You cannot get it at Ross. It does not have the same results. I'm the same way. My hair will fall out. Like, no joke.
Vivid J said, what's up, family? Sorry I'm late. I just posted a new music video recording on my Facebook page. It's a plug.
Ooh, we got to check that out.
Heather said, I promised my hairdresser I would not touch my hair. Rachel's like, I wonder how much it would cost me to, like, get somebody to somehow do my hair or my nails, like, through a window or something.
Well, my friend Caitlin was talking about how her stylist had sent out emails and be like, don't do it, people. Just remember that, like, me decoloring your hair is going to cost you $300 to fix up whatever you screw up.
Tara said, I cut my own bangs. There will be a day of reckoning with my stylist when we get on the other side of this.
At least maybe we have a little bit of time for it to grow out.
I'm going to praise Rachel because Rachel loves bangs. I can't stand bangs.
I love bangs.
And I know,
I love bangs to drink.
Fighting.
I love bangs in my hair. I love bangs.
I know she is fighting all urges and like pushing her hair to the side.
But we're stuck in quarantine together, so I can't. You have to. Here's the funny thing: are you guys noticing that you are picking your battles with the people that you live with in a way that you never did before? And it is a good thing, right?
That's right.
It is something that I should have learned long ago. And one of those things is definitely like, put a hairpin in it, Rachel. Do not do your bangs. It's just going to aggravate him. And why have the fight, right?
And I learned something very valuable. I learned some very important words. You're right.
See how easy it is? And you get all the kisses, you get all the cuddles when you just say those nice things, right?
I just have to learn to say, you're right, long before, let's not talk about this anymore.
Yes.
Because if I get to, let's not talk about this anymore, it's too late.
It's too late.
I mean, we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
But I see it coming, so I'll be like, let's not talk about this anymore, and it's too late now. Now We're talking about it.
And you never want to get to the point where I say, like, well, fine. Because fine is like a declaration of war from a woman. Like, don't, if she says it's fine, it's
hers is
not
fine, and mine is whatever. Ooh, don't say whatever to me.
Whatever. So sometimes if like we're a real big fight, it's like I'm across the room like,
A vet said, I'm going to Costco tomorrow. Wish me luck.
Man, good luck. Go early.
Go early.
Definitely the early bird catches the worm.
Every time I've gone, I just go like when they open, because in the afternoons, there's usually a line and everything else.
Set your clock.
Renee's here. She said, hey, Crazy Ketos.
Hey.
Chris said, Joe has so much Keto Chow, he doesn't even take it all out of the box.
Man, it is a beautiful thing to have, especially in this season.
Heather said, my hairdresser would beat me with a stick. Steph said, did you see the video of the lady that literally hacked her hair to death?
Oh my gracious. No, I got to check that out. Is it funny?
Danny said, my favorite part of Thursdays is Joe and Rachel time.
Hey, Danny.
Rhonda said, Rachel, what type of bike do you have? Hubby just bought me a cruiser, and I'm used to bikes with brakes, so I didn't need that kind of bike. It just to be just cruising at my age. Yeah. She has a cruiser, but it does have brakes. I specifically looked for one with brakes for her because I was worried about her trying to pedal backwards to brake.
Yeah, because
you can add them on there. They're not that hard to add.
Yeah, I've got the ones on, but it
is a cruiser.
It's a Margaritaville one from Walmart.
Tara said, Heather, he will laugh at me and then fix it. Renee said, I got 2 patients hooked on Keto Chow because of nutrition and their lack of appetite with meds or after surgery.
Yeah, we've talked to a lot of people who've gone through cancer treatment with it because they have appetite issues. They're still trying to get their nutrition, but like Dr. Berry was pretty plain about, the Ensure is not what you want to be having grandma and grandpa in.
Yeah.
Right? Or on. You definitely want to talk to them about Keto Chow. If that's something that they are looking for, a meal replacement type
I even like
option.
when he was talking about breastfeeding, he's like, if you can't do it for one reason or another, get a donor. And he was like, are they going to look at you funny? Yes. Who cares? Your baby will be healthy.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's a lot of a lot of things that we have to do already, right? Yep. You're going to put a bunch of meat inside of your cart. You're going to get the looks, right? Maybe not right now, but previous and then post this, people will be like, why do you got so much meat in your cart?
It was funny. He was talking about baby Beckett, like chewing on bones, and probably within 2 hours of us doing that interview with him, Nisha put a picture on Facebook of Beckett chewing on a bone. He was just like, because he's teething right now. And I was like, what a great teething thing.
Is he the prettiest baby?
He's gorgeous.
He's so pretty.
Oh, speaking of bones, so I made a bone broth today. The kids got a chicken from Costco. Mm-hmm. So I took just the carcass, and I'm like, I'm going to make a broth with it. So we stuck it in the Instapot, and I did it for like 10 hours on pressure. Right. And then another 3 or 4 hours just like on a slow cook. We took it out today. There's no bones left.
It disintegrated into
literally like a quarter of a cup of bones is all that's left. It just disintegrated in there, and now it's all mixed in there. It's like wiggly jiggly bone broth.
I was gonna say, so you're talking about another collagen source. Yeah. If you're looking, that's gonna be super awesome, and it was just garbage.
I was waiting to try to pick out bones, and there was literally, and the few that were left, I actually took a picture of it. We're going to put it on our Facebook, but I thought it was cool because I just ran it through the Vitamix, and now there's literally nothing left because it just powdered.
And I love getting those bones because, they're just, they taste so good.
Christopher said, my wife was not thrilled that our Keto Chow order came in today, as it's also day one of our egg fast, and we have 4 Keto Chows in the fridge and perfect keto cookies we want to eat.
Oh, man. How much longer is his egg fast? Is it the whole...
They think they just started today.
Oh, no.
We've had that, too. We had some super fat nut butters come in. We have those pork rinds still sitting down there.
And you know how it is. Temptation always rears its ugly head, right? It's like, hey.
Heather said Phil just took bacon off the smoker.
Yum.
Miriam said it probably helps. It's sad when you can't eat because of medical reasons. Message me and I'll send you some to give them. For Renee.
Awesome. Oh, Pastor TJ is supposed to get the first 10% of your toilet paper. Well, I don't know about that. Are you tithing your toilet paper?
He said I only Porky Pig when I check the mail.
Oh, my gracious.
I'm going to do that.
Hi, neighbor.
Deborah said, got a pork belly today. Looking forward to smoking it or air frying it. Need the special salt with nitrate, though.
Yeah.
Annette said, I need to get 44 grams of protein for today. Have enough fats and carbs help. Don't worry about it. The biggest thing you want to worry about is hitting your protein. Don't worry. You don't need to hit carbs. Mm-hmm. If you don't have any carbs for the day, you're good. You're better than most days.
Yeah, so it looks like she needs some more protein.
So if you need protein, protein's pretty easy. You can have a protein drink. You eat a couple of eggs. I mean, protein is, even when I was trying to track
chicken
macros,
in the can even?
Yeah, get it some chicken. Don't worry about it. Just eat something whole, like some eggs. Even if you're gonna go over your fat a little bit because of the egg yolk, something like that. A can of chicken. Don't worry about the calories, but get that protein in. You don't want to not eat enough protein because then you're gonna start, breaking down muscle and everything else. You need the protein. Everything else is optional. Barbara said hi from Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. My friend lives in Nova Scotia.
Miriam,
beautiful.
Chris said Miriam has been doing an amazing job not snacking all week. Way better than me.
Good
we
job.
Still need to have Keto Chow number 3 for dinner tonight.
Yeah, we're saving our number 3.
I may not even have a third one today.
We have number 3 coming. I'm having mine.
Miriam said we walked on the salt flats last week. It was so nice.
That's beautiful.
My watch is telling me to breathe. How am I talking if I'm not breathing?
I know. Do you have yours say stand up?
Yeah,
and you're
all
like,
the time.
I'm standing up. Why are you telling me to stand up if I'm standing up?
Trucker Cat is here. Said, I've been so stressed. I ate a whole pizza today and a kiwi and oranges. I need a fast to reset.
Don't worry about it. Tomorrow is a new day. You don't even need a fast. You can just start tomorrow and be like, today, my fast is I'm only allowed to stick to my plan. That can be the challenge, right? Like we're doing 3 Keto Chows every week, but you guys can continue to finish out the week with us, finish out tomorrow with us by just saying, hey, tomorrow my challenge is I can only eat my meal prep.
Right. And you listen, everyone's going through it right now. It's being stuck at home. My biggest thing I'm going to say is, like, if you're snacking, is it great? No. If you're going to do it, just make sure you're doing it on something keto. Like, don't be grabbing bags of, cookies or potato chips and stuff like that. We're all going through it. I'm seeing it across the internet. Even Nisha just put out a thing like, hey, sometimes I want cheese puffs, so I'm eating these protein puffs. Or, so that's the biggest thing. Let's try not to. Let's just try to stay focused. But at least you're not going too far off the rails.
Yeah.
Look at it that way. Renee said that would be so awesome. Yes, it helps because I see elderly that hate traditional and Ensure boosts, and they also post-knee hip replacement patients with narcotic meds and no appetite.
Yeah. And it was interesting really to see, it's not even just like a suggestion, but like how Dr. Berry was talking about how the keto lifestyle is so good for immunity and immune support. And that's exactly what we're trying to help ourselves with in this season, right? You want your immune boosted as much as possible.
And again, for those of you who have not yet seen that interview with him, I did specifically ask him because people have been asking us, because we did a fast and we're going to plan another one in the next week or so, that he did say that there is no reason to not be fasting in the middle of this pandemic, that it is actually going to help your immune system. What is going to hurt your immune system is eating carbohydrates, even if it's one meal. So he's like, if you just sit down and have some cookies, regular cookies, you're screwing up your immune system for 12 to 24 hours. So the fast is going to help your immune system. Don't worry about extended fasts during this pandemic right now.
Right. But also, if you're like, I'm having a snacking problem, don't punish. Yeah, but don't punish yourself where you're a binging and purging situation.
Right. That's the worst thing you do. Chris said, keeping butter outside the fridge is my right as a citizen of Utah where it was 31 degrees last night.
31 degrees. I would be totally cool with it.
Joe said, I keep all my fats outside the fridge, bacon grease, ghee, but I do leave butter inside, but I have no problem leaving it out. He's in Florida.
I'm working my way up. I know it doesn't make any sense.
Chris said, man, just strain it in the fridge longer, same amount of weight removal. Yeah, I agree.
Christy!
Oh, Christy is on. The other Christy Davis is on.
From Keto Village.
Yep, she said, I kept my last batch in the strainer for storage. It strained the entire time.
Awesome. She has been putting out some hilarious videos.
Oh, yeah.
When she did her thing on, like, cutting her
bangs.
Oh, my goodness. It's so cute.
Line Girl said, weather is still cold but dry and sunny. Refuse to continue wearing my winter coat. I'm going to will this season into the spring temperatures.
Right? It's like, I'm ready. I want pastels and I want short sleeves and I'm getting it.
Yeah, Christy wrote, everyone needs to try the crispy keto Rice Krispies I just invented. Yes.
Are those so exciting?
I'm kind of upset you beat me to the punch because I'm still waiting for mine, and that was my idea. But I was planning on that, but I'm glad that somebody's got it out.
I think she did it brilliant.
It was awesome. It looks delicious.
There's no way we could have done it better.
No. Chris said, you know what messes up your schedule even more than daylight savings time? The zombie apocalypse.
It's true. Yeah.
We are so far behind on comments.
Sorry.
This is not even funny. She said it's like cream cheese. Jerry said, yes, I watched your video and I ordered.
Good.
That's to Christy. Tara said, I like the smart buns every once in a while. If I'm camping, there is something very nostalgic about cooking my burger over the fire and putting on a bun. Yeah, we have some of those buns. We keep them in the freezer. But again, I count all the carbs on them. That's why we don't have them all the time we have burgers, because they do have oat fiber in them.
When I will look at Joe and be like, it's a bun day.
Yeah, I'd say 1 out of probably every 8 to 10 burgers do we have one of those smart buns.
My anaconda don't want none unless you've got buns, hon.
Miriam said, the Rice Krispies with the high key cereal. Oh, yum. I ordered all the flavors. They are yum. I'm excited to make some. Vivid J said, I'm doing decent. I had an email earlier today that this medical aide at this doctor I saw a couple weeks ago has COVID, and I may have been exposed.
Oh, my gracious. Well, I hope not.
Tara said, I bought a stand-up desk because I was so tired of sitting at my desk. I saw that.
That's kind of awesome.
I need one of those stand-up
It's very
desks.
creative. I saw, they came out, years ago, and I don't think people took them as seriously as they probably should have, because they really do, let you relax a minute.
Lori said she talked her husband into getting a Blackstone.
I think you're going to love it.
Let's see. Rhonda said, I love going from a 48-hour water fast to just Keto Chow and yogurt. It is really cleaning me out. Fresh start.
Yes. And by cleaning out, sometimes, too, there's a little bit of pyrotechnics, some bathroom pyrotechnics if you're new to Keto Chow. But on the other side of that, you're going to feel fantastic.
Jerry said she just ordered all the ingredients to make Christy's Rice Krispie treats.
Treats?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he said cheats.
Maybe I did. I don't know. I'm tired.
Rice Krispie cheats. That's kind of what they could be called, right? Because they're like, a mock Rice Krispie treat. That's kind of fun.
Vivid J said, they said I probably should quarantine for 2 weeks, but it's already been 2 weeks since I was exposed.
I feel like if you're not showing any symptoms, and you've been out probably.
Let's see. Yeah, Miriam said, I hope you have yummy cooked meat cooked on it for Lori's Blackstone.
April says, my hubby is on the hunt for a pork belly near us.
If you have a Costco, most Costcos have it. We have one Costco around here that doesn't have it, and all of our other Costcos carry it.
Heather says, my ice cream maker arrived today, and we will be having the Keto Chow ice cream tomorrow. So excited. I think you're going to love it.
Dawn said the Dr. Berry interview was so good.
Thank you. Jeannie said, next time you slice your bacon, can you shoot a short video to show us? I, too, have an inexpensive slicer, and it's too short, and I'd like to see how you do it.
Yeah, no problem. We'll do it on one of our vlogs. Joy said, I did love the interview, too.
Becky, I do not still use Aquanet. Aquanet in the purple can. The one I used to use was Aquanet in the silver can.
Rachel actually uses now whatever we find on clearance for the most part.
Exactly.
Jerry said, good job on no snacking, Miriam. That is my downfall lately. Come on, Chris. We've got to be more like Miriam. Plus, I'm looking forward to your giveaway.
Joy says that my mom looks fantastic. She does.
She
I feel
really
like
looks incredible.
She has been aging backwards ever since she went on keto. For real.
So Christy Davis from Keto Village does anybody have a freeze dryer? I want to make Keto Chow astronaut ice cream. It's funny. I saw you put that post up there, and I was thinking the other day, I'm like, my next thing was no freeze dry.
Yeah, but couldn't you do Dippin'
that's
Dots?
like nitrogen.
Oh, okay.
So freeze dry
science.
Yeah, freeze dry would be like a lot of the snacky kind of things like that you can take and you would rehydrate them and that kind of stuff.
How does Chris not have this done already?
I don't know, but I have been thinking about the freeze dryer too. So now she's got me back on the kick to find a freeze dryer.
All right.
But they're expensive. I know that. It'd be cool, like freeze drying cheese, freeze drying meat.
We need one more small appliance.
We do. We need some more. Rhonda said it was a really good interview. Looking forward to more. Easy to listen while you work. He said, I survived another meeting that should have been in an email.
Oh my gosh, get on with it, Chris says. You literally just fold the entire pork belly over so that it's taller but not as long.
Yeah. Keto Mom said one of our administrators actually thought it was possible to not allow the kids to eat during calls in the morning while get up 20 minutes before class.
I'm sure you could set a clock.
Gigi Girl said our doctors are using Zoom to do face-to-face with patients at work.
Yeah, a lot of our friends that are in the medical industry have said that, especially for seniors, if it's like just I'm checking on you call, they're trying to do that through Zoom or through the computer and then just follow up and say, do you want me to come to your house? Or, can you just tell me all of the things that you're dealing with this week and see if I can avoid coming to your house?
Chris said, find an old picture of your office, use that for the background, and you're totally weird people out. It's amazing.
Wouldn't it be funny? Yeah. You know what we should do is like a 1970s newsroom from the Washington Post or something. Everything be like, or Anchorman. Have the Anchorman background, right? Like everything would be like orange furniture and browns and, oh, that'd be awesome.
It's funny. So when this first all started, in church, we do a countdown before every service where Rachel goes in front of the church, the kids ministry doors, and yells, okay, we're going to start service, and she counts down, and then we open up the doors 15 minutes before service. So the very first week, we thought it would be funny to film the countdown.
Right, because that's what you're used to.
And then let people see this, like, okay, we're going to count it down with us, because everybody in the church will usually start counting down with us. Well, we were at home when we did this, so we asked somebody who's at the church, can you take a picture of the doors, because they're really colorful, and send it to us? And we filmed it in front of a green screen.
Right.
The amount of phone calls, emails, and texts that we got, and they're like, when did you go to the church to film that?
How are you there?
And they're like, how did you do that? Like, it was all done in front of green screen. Did I miss
it? Were we meeting for a countdown? And it was like, no, we're not actually there.
Keto on the Budget said, I can't do the breads. I get them from my guys, but they aren't keto. They are doing low carb, but not keto.
Hey, that's
who I think that stuff is good for.
Absolutely. A great thing to switch over for kids if you're trying to wean them off of it.
Shelly said, I don't think I can add photos. It gives blur options or different pre-selected images. Steph said, starting out for me, it was hard to stay under 25 to 30 total. Now it seems so easy to do to stay around 10 to 15 total.
Yeah, it's just what you get used to. It just takes time. It's nothing that's, overnight. I don't recommend cold turkeying it, especially in the midst of all of this, where you're already feeling kind of, off balance, just, gradually work them out of your life. The health situation that I had gotten myself into, it took me 40 years to get into that bad of a shape. So I can't expect that tomorrow everything's going to be perfect. It takes time.
Right. Vintage Girl said, yeah, no products 20 years ago either, for sure, which was a blessing because we never had to ditch them.
Yeah.
Let's Talk Survival said, I try to stick to 17 net carbs and less than 35 total carbs, but most of them are from vegetables.
Just having a plan is the key.
I think that's perfect, because that's what we always tell people, that if you are going to do net carbs, and we have days where we do like net carbs, especially dessert day, have a total carb cap so that you don't go off the rails. Because like I said to Dr. Berry, and I absolutely mean it, I could easily eat 200 total carbs, but make that less than 10 net carbs.
Oh, yeah.
No problem. If you think that that's not going to affect you, you're deluding yourself.
Well,
it will absolutely affect you. Let's see. Sherry said, total carbs for me keep me from buying pints of ice cream because I will eat a whole pint.
I will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gabriela said, I noticed in one of your videos you have butter powder. Is that something you use on a regular basis?
We had to stop buying it because I was eating it by the spoonful. Yeah. It is really good for recipes, especially it was, I think Keto Connect did like a granola, like a Stoka bar.
Right.
And they were delicious. And let me tell you, that butter powder was amazing.
Well, Stoka bars originally had butter powder in them, and then they switched over to...
I just like saying it.
What did they switch over to? I forget.
Butter powder.
I forget what the product is they slipped out, because I have it. And I don't think it was inulin, but they switched over to something different, took out the butter powder.
Butter powder.
So we've used it for a couple of recipes. The problem is the company that we would get the butter powder from for recipes changed their formulation, and now it says it's got maltodextrin in it, so I won't buy it anymore. Plus, we were going through it, like we were eating about a spoonful.
That was really nice that you're saying we when it was me. It was really me.
I was eating it too.
I was putting it in
coffee.
I was eating it so much. It's so good.
Miriam said, sorry I missed it. It's been 2 weeks already. You are probably fine.
Jacqueline says, I started back in 2014 and all I had back then was Quest or figure out your own recipe. Yeah. And it's almost like more options sometimes can hurt us, right? Yeah.
So Rachel had the other day, for the first time, I know we're so far behind times.
Sorry.
She had the Quest chips. I made her a taco bowl. And
my
she had
life
the Quest,
just got
and
better.
She was like, "Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. Like not
about.
Every day, but like once a week. I now want a taco bowl with Quest chips, and that's because I got them for like 25 cents a bag because they were on clearance.
But like, I think I would like them with the Porking Good pork rinds too.
Oh yeah.
I just like the idea. I just was a nachos
the crunch and
it was a nachos girl.
Thing, really good. Shelly said, I've been drinking Topo instead of coffee, and my boss cracked up thinking I was starting my day with a beer.
Oh, yeah, because
it looks like a beer.
They do. Yeah, like, hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, boss.
Keto Mom said, bloated, that's me, even with keto, just not as much.
Reduce the veggies.
Veggies, yep. Get rid of some of the veggies. Like, we found, like, I love cauliflower.
Yeah.
Absolutely can't eat it. Cauliflower will bloat me. Like I can't even button my pants within 2 hours of eating cauliflower. It's that bad.
And I love you, but it's a thing. It's a thing. And the broccoli, and
broccoli affects Rachel. Now we'll have it once in a while, but we know it's going to come with bloating.
But right now we're in very close quarters, and we can't leave. Okay, so we can't have a gas problem right now.
Yep. Keto on a budget said I feel lethargic and bloated when I over total carb or eat too many treats.
Yeah.
It's like Dr. Berry said. All of those fibers, they are partially digested, just not for 4 grams per. It's like 2 grams. But he's like, they are partially digested. Especially when you get into the ones they're using for like sweeteners, like IMO.
Angie says, what do you think about MCT oil?
MCT oil is great. Chris will tell you, he's got a whole thing about it, how it did send his triglycerides up. The thing about MCT oil is your body will immediately turn it into ketones. It will also run right through you and give you the runs really quickly.
Yeah, so you definitely want to start low if you're using MCT oil maybe in your coffee for like a keto coffee or something.
Start like with 1/4 to 1/2 tablespoon at max and work your way up.
And you will also get like a boost of mental clarity that for some people can kind of feel like you over caffeinated.
It's honestly, I take MCT oil and I like it. I drink a super coffee which has MCT oil in it, and I get a little high. I mean, it's the only way I can explain it. I know it's not a good saying, but I get high. It's like a high feeling.
It's not in their advertisement.
Like you feel very not lethargic, just like, ooh, I don't know what to do, you know? And that comes from the MCT oil, and what it is, it's your body turning those MCTs directly into ketones. That's why I tell people, if you need that boost of energy, if maybe if you're having, like, you need the cognitive functions, maybe if you're having things like you're trying to prevent, epilepsy or, other brain issues, that's where you want the higher ketone ratings. Instead of taking a bunch of, like, exogenous ketones, which, I was talking to Rachel about, $60 for 15 servings, and it only lasts 30 minutes. Use some MCT, you're going to get the same effect for a lot longer at a quarter of the price.
A slow burn.
Chris said, I think I need to get the same green screen setup that Joe is using with the rolls of different fabric. It's actually paper.
Yeah.
It's a seamless paper. I can send you the link of what I got. Keto Mom said it's called Hormones and Humidity.
Doesn't help.
Shelly said, hey girlie, how you been doing? I need pics of the salt mounds you walked. I'm waiting for you to read a couple here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Haley says hi. Hi, Haley.
Becky said, I'm willing to challenge Dr. Berry's challenge. I could probably do it too.
Try it. Check it out.
But when he's saying no snacking and stuff, like proper human diet, nothing in between, that's including like coffee and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it. Chris said it can be useful if you have a real need for higher ketones, brain issues usually. It does not help with weight loss at all. That is absolutely true.
Let's see. Oh, Miriam's talking about the sand. There was sand with salt on top. It was just flat for miles with water underneath. That's so relaxing.
Chris said, goes to show you Joe isn't as dense as he used to be.
How cute. Renee says, I can't do collagen anymore because of a hand what is that word?
Contracture.
I stopped collagen and it improved but not gone. If there is anything else y'all can suggest for hair breaking and falling out again, I would probably maybe not do like outside collagen, but maybe do bone broth and things like
bone
that.
Bone broth, like make bone broth out of chicken feet where you want that gelatinous stuff. Like Dr. Berry will tell you, like, eat the bone marrow. When you're eating steaks and stuff, instead of getting everything boneless, you want to get it on the bone and chew down to the bone because that's where a lot of the collagen is. When you get that gristle, chew on it for a while. And, you're going to end up, some people are going to spit it out, but chew on that gristle because that's all collagen. That will really help you. Miriam said, Becky, I'll do Dr. Berry's challenge with you.
Who wants to try to gain weight with me? Oh, my goodness. So, I was not impressed with Julian Bakery products. I got their granola, and it wasn't great. Shelly says, I've been eating 2+ pounds of meat a day, 0 carb. That's incredible.
That is awesome. Now when we count carb, when we talk about like our carbs, we're trying to keep our carbs like 10 to 15 total. We do not count the carbs in eggs. I know every egg does have just less than 1 carb. We don't bother with that. That's like a whole food. We're not worrying about that. The carbs we worry about is our vegetables. If we eat any kind of processed food or nuts, heavy cream, when we have some heavy cream, which isn't very often. Mm-hmm. But those are the carbs that we're looking at. But things like a carb in an egg or, there's a little bit of carb in some meat and stuff like that, we don't worry about that.
So Casey Smurf says, Julian Bakery bread is okay, very overpriced, in my opinion. They are over $12 a loaf here and are very nutty tasting. Have tried the almond and coconut personally, but didn't want to buy it again. So that's, hey, I trust outside reviews too.
Yeah. Chris said, I'm gone for 10 minutes and Joe's an hour behind. Oh, no, Heather said that.
Cherry says, just a friendly reminder to click the like button. Thank you.
Tara said, Zoom had some security issues. We are now required to be connected to the network and enter a password.
It's smart.
Keto on the Budget said, rolling on the floor, Dr. Berry is a cutie and he's hilarious.
He is a cutie.
Shelly said, I've been reading on carnivore, and sometimes you do gain weight, but fat, because your body needs to heal.
That's exactly
yeah,
right.
And that's what Dr. Berry said. You're not going to gain fat. You may gain bone density. You may gain some muscle, but you are not going to gain fat. But again, it's eating the proper human diet, like 1 to 2 meals with absolutely nothing in between. And that's the key. It's the nothing in between. That's the hard part. If you start eating breakfast and, having like a little bit of heavy cream in the morning, the whole thing gets thrown out the window.
Or like there's a couple of days a week that we go and get restaurant stuff. We're just not counting that. And I'm,
Right.
Keto
on the Budget said my hair has grown down to my mid-back now, planning on letting it continue to grow.
Wow. That is awesome. Wendy says, hi, guys.
Renee said, is your hair growth from collagen or something else to Keto on a Budget? Let's see. Becky's cutting the boys' hairs tomorrow.
Please don't.
Steph said, I started to get y'all a game on Amazon. It's a card game called Quack Smash or something like that, but didn't know if it would be fun or not.
We love all games. We've been playing all kinds of stuff here. And Anthony and Sarah have a collection of Monopoly.
They're collecting Monopoly games. They won every Monopoly game.
Monopoly. And let me tell you, if you guys are looking for a game that's really fun, my recommendation is Monopoly for Millennials.
Yes.
It is hilarious. It's a hilarious game.
Heather said vanilla hemp milk with chocolate collagen is just like chocolate milk.
Yes, it is delicious.
You know, a budget said my pastor went onto the black market to get a haircut.
It's hard to get a haircut.
Chris said, now the engineer in me is thinking about the automatic infrastructure you need to set up that custom video thing. You could have software that auto-creates them from a barcode scan.
Oh, my goodness.
Chris has still got me thinking about getting a drone. Rachel's coming home one day. There's going to be a drone here. She just doesn't know it yet. Let's see.
Tara said, I gave my FedEx driver a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card today. I am shipping and receiving packages daily and so thankful for them.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, and anytime that you come in contact, with a postal worker or something, I'm saying that too. I'm letting them know, hey, the only reason why we're still able to be in business is because you're coming to work every day.
That's right.
Man, there's so many family businesses that have gone online to sell their products, by mailing them.
Miriam said, I've been talking to random strangers longer than normal, too, to see if someone at the store, I think I'm seeming a little crazy.
I know, and I'm totally with my mask, winking at everybody, hey, how's it going?
Rhonda said, look back at some of my old pics from before keto, didn't realize how large I was. Told my husband I could smack him for not saying anything. He still says you weren't that big. That's love. I want truth. We had the same thing. When I first looked at those pictures, I didn't have a lot of pictures. I never would get in front of a camera. So there's only 4 or 5 of me heavy.
Well, and let me tell you, there were plenty of times I had no realization. I know I felt genuinely bad about myself, but there were definitely times where I looked in the mirror and I was like, you know what? Good enough. I'm not even going to I'm not going to tackle all of my health issues. You know what? We're fine. And I look back at some of those pictures now and I'm like, how did no one stop me?
Right.
How?
Renee said, I eat a ton of meat, already mostly ketovore.
Yeah, I would call us ketovore.
That's what we are. Unless we have a snack, but our meals themselves are almost 99%
Our UPS
meat.
guy who picks up at Keto Chow every day gave our shippers flowers.
That is so awesome.
How sweet is that?
Lori said, I have conversations with my cats. My 14-year-old son said that I am a keto-lusional.
That's kind of awesome. Paul Benson, good vibes, no bangs, please.
Let's see. Vivid J said, I eat one either tomorrow or for this weekend. Haven't had any snacks for the last 2 days.
Great job.
Sherry said, my husband cut my undercut, but my my hair is getting long. I have to wear it up at work, and it's driving me nuts. At least I'm working, though.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tara says, I moved my office upstairs to the room with the door that closes. Day 2 of work from home. I told my husband it was for the good of our marriage. Yes. Oh, my goodness. It is nice having a little space to retreat to every now and then. That for both of us.
Yep. Steph said there was a video of 2 corgis going at it, and it has been that has been me and Jimmy.
Shasti says, Rachel's so fancy with her earrings tonight. Yeah, I'm like, this is dressing up and going out. This is date night.
Gail said, Joe, would you like Rachel's hair to be the color of the apron? No. I want Rachel's hair to be orange. Like Carrot Top. If you think of Carrot Top the comedian.
Bozo the clown.
I like that. I love that. Miriam's hair. I love Miriam.
Miriam's hair is auburn. It's not orange.
But I like that orangey color. Carrot Top's is a little bit too far. But that orange, Miriam's got a gorgeous color for her hair.
My hair color has been that orange. That's why I'm thinking that is what you're thinking.
Yeah, no. Not like pumpkin orange.
Okay.
I don't want pumpkin orange. Just, I don't know. I love red hair. Becky said, Stephen has fully embraced my shopping habit.
Well, that's good.
Let's see. Keto on Budget said, I saw that video, hair hacking. Hilarious.
Pink posted a video of her self haircut. She cut a chunk close to her scalp. Oh, man.
Chris said, Joe needs to coat his head with liquid latex. That's the color of the apron.
Parrothead Renee said, I have the orange and blue Margaritaville Cruiser. Yeah, that is like, that's my buddy bike.
Well, you have the green one,
yeah.
And she's got the blue one. It's the same exact bike, it's just different colors.
Let's go on a bike ride together.
I like that one. We couldn't find that color. That's the color we were looking for.
It's very pretty.
It is.
We gotta go on a bike ride together.
Keto on a Budget said, I have Keto Chow in the fridge ready to go. Chocolate mint. That's what I had for lunch.
That's what I had for lunch. Chocolate mint is delicious, and I never thought that I would be a chocolate mint girl, but it is a million times better than a McDonald's Shamrock Shake. I'm just going to say it.
Lori said, I've gotten strange looks from the door greeters at Sam's Club. One of them asked me if I've ever heard of vegetables.
No, what's that?
I know, right? Renee said, I'm going to try to make some roasted marrow this weekend.
Ooh, nice.
That's what I want. I want to get the marrow bones and just scoop the marrow out.
Chris said, our Sam's Club had 8 pallets of toilet paper, 6 pallets of water, paper towels, eggs, everything. The shopping cart did smell like a pool. So much chlorine. Yes, everyone is like hosing you down like...
I will say this. I keep seeing people, like, at least on our local forums and local Facebook groups, saying, like, I can't find bleach. I can't find bleach. Here's a little hack, since most of you aren't in South Florida anyway. If you need bleach, go find a local pool supply store or go to Home Depot or Lowe's and go, like, out where all their pool stuff is.
Yeah.
And get pool chlorine. And then you can use that as bleach for your house.
Yeah, just like the capful, just like you would with bleach.
Yeah, it's a little bit stronger, so maybe use like maybe half or a quarter. Not so much for your clothes, but if you're trying to disinfect or something like that, that'll help. It's all chlorine.
It'll get her done.
Let's see. I'm keeping you away from the balls comments.
Becky said, balls. Are we talking about balls?
Miriam said, everyone hit the thumbs up button.
Thank you.
Ron said, it gets better the longer it sits in the fridge, but I drink the chocolate right away. So yummy.
It does. Keto Chow does taste delicious if you will let it sit a day. But It's very hard to not just drink it immediately.
Yeah. Patty said, I've never had Keto Chow. My fear is I love food, the act of chewing. Yeah, I'm very much like that.
We turn into ice cream a lot.
We turn it into ice cream because it goes longer. I make it thicker. I add a lot of ice. The biggest thing for us for Keto Chow is just because we live such busy lifestyles, it's nice to have that as the backup to, if we didn't have that, I'm going to snack a lot on probably stuff I shouldn't, or I'm going to do a lot of grab and go, like running through Wendy's and grabbing 5 burgers and throwing out the bun. I'd rather just have the Keto Chow and know I'm getting my proper nutrition.
It's been good to not argue with myself if I'm like, hey, I'm only eating Keto Chow this week. So then when I reach for like a cheese snack or pepperoni or any other things like bags of pork rinds, I can say to myself this week, is that Keto Chow? No? Okay, you're not eating that. Because we're eating Keto Chow only this week. So put it down and move away. PJ says, hey, Rachel, this is PJ in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm licensed in North Carolina to cut hair. If you were close enough, I'd sneak over and cut your hair for free. But first, we'd have to wear PPE from head to toe. I love it.
The good thing is wouldn't give you like the whole like rigmarole of like, I can't believe you've done this to your hair and why have you waited a year to cut your hair. Rachel, as far as going to get her hair cut, for her it's worse than going to the dentist because every time she goes they beat her up.
I want to go to PJ because usually, because here's the thing, I have this thing that runs in the family. My hair is completely white. It went completely white once I turned 17 years old. So I've been dyeing my hair since I was 17 years old.
Once a month.
Because I am not going to be having white hair at 17, 18, and now 43. Still no.
Right.
So my hair really was damaged. So for me to have any hair growth, not only did it have to get over the obstacle of, a lot of times when you start out with keto, you lose a lot of your hair. Mm-hmm. Just like any new diet, your hair just lets loose. I don't know why.
Right.
But anyway, so on top of that, I have like a hair dyeing issue. So it really is pretty awesome to get some healthy hair.
Yeah. Patty wants to know, will Keto Chow fill me up enough to satisfy me without satisfying the need to chew? For 99.9% of the people, if your name is not Rachel, one will fill you up until like
may not even be able to finish it. If you're
Miriam
Rachel,
has a hard time finishing one.
If you are Rachel, I recommend adding some ice cubes and turning it into, put it in the blender and turning it into ice cream so that you get a little bit more volume.
Or what I'll do sometimes is we make them ahead of time, and then right when we're about to drink them is we'll put them in the blender if we're home.
Yeah.
With a few ice cubes and maybe a little bit more of like an almond milk or a hemp milk, something to give it more volume without adding like any carbs, or maybe one carb at most, and some more, and not water, because at least the hemp milk will have a little bit of flavor, and it just thickens it up more, so it's like a super thick milkshake. But most people don't need that.
Most people do not need that.
Rachel has proven she can eat 3 Keto Chow ice creams in one sitting. I think it was like an hour, right?
It was an OMAD, yeah.
In the bathtub.
I mean, I was full, legitimately full after that, but I did do it.
Tara said cashews were my advice today. I'm quite sure I ate more than one serving.
Oh my gosh.
That's why we can't keep nuts in the house for us.
It was one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I'm glad we're starting to work from home, because they were having like the Costco tubs of like mixed fancy nuts. Mm-hmm. I was just eating a ton of them.
Miriam said you don't have to do Keto Chow only. You just have to have it for one meal, or make keto ice cream, or have one meaty meal and one Keto Chow ice cream, and you'll be super satisfied. Yeah, that was the mistake we made when we first found Keto Chow. We thought you had to do it for 3 meals. When we found out you can just do it for one meal and then have other meals, it was like, oh yes, this is a game changer now.
Yeah, because
and the butter was the game changer
because it made it very inexpensive.
It made it like no carb. I mean, it's awesome.
So Chris says, I think after I finished a week of Keto Chow, I might give in and do a cheese fast. Just a big bowl of melted Swiss cheese and a fork to eat it with. Yum. Yes.
I will join you.
So he's the Swiss cheese guy. I like...
Swiss cheese is one of the best cheeses you can eat, too.
Basically any other cheese but that. I mean, I've warmed up to Swiss cheese. I used to never be able to eat it. Now I can.
Swiss cheese and Parmesan cheese are some of the best cheeses you can eat.
But melted cheese, I could just eat it.
Oh, yeah. Christopher drinks his Keto Chow with steak and eggs, or just after as a dessert. I think it's a great... That's what we do a lot of times. We use it as a dessert. We add it in as... This is part of our meal but it's our dessert. It's the last thing we're going to have. And then we're getting some vitamins, we're getting some electrolytes, and we're getting a sweet tasting kind of dessert without going off the rails on anything.
Yeah.
Renee said it's very satisfying. Can actually be overfilling if you drink it too fast. You can also try blending some ice to have some chew factor. Yeah. That's all we talked about. Just a bunch of people saying that it is very filling. Sherry said that's what helps me stay keto health. I'm around people all the time that don't live the greatest lifestyle, so I want to have the optimum nutrients as possible. Meat is a great source of zinc. Yeah, I stopped at...
See, my mom saying, how many times have I said it's okay to leave the butter out? Yes.
I know. Please. She leaves the butter out.
I know she does.
I'd stopped at GNC because I'd gotten those. Rachel found a new flavor of Bang, and she's like, I just want one. Go get me a Bang, please. And it's the
Bang.
Candy apple.
It's really good.
So I go in to get her a Bang, and that's when I found the chips on sale for 25 cents a bag. And the guy was like, well, did you get your box yet? And he's like, we have like 2 things of zinc left. And I'm like, I don't need any zinc. He's like, everybody wants zinc right now. I'm like, I eat all meat. I don't need any zinc.
Yeah. And that's why we kind of, harp on it and want people to stay on it even in this time. It's not because we're trying to be like keto police or anything. It's because we want you to maintain your health. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. Jerry said her husband and her split a Keto Chow ice cream. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Steph said we split 1 Keto Chow into 3s for dessert for family.
My mom says they're running some specials on Smart Buns. Yeah, they have specials all the time.
Chris said, if I want a hamburger bun, I really like using a chaffle, super simple, and it's carnivore.
Yes, chaffles are really easy to make.
Becky said, half the Warrens in our household like Smart Buns, needs to say, will save us money.
Miriam said, my daughter just walked over eating a heaping pile of tuna fish on a plate. She is my carnivore girl. That girl could eat ground beef or eggs all day long. I could eat...
Us too. We do, pretty much.
Ground beef and eggs all day long.
Renee said, I have some back patients sit on an exercise ball at work to get stronger core and back.
Wow.
Tara made Keto Chow for tomorrow. She said she can avoid the nuts. Need grab and go between calls, and cashews are not the answer.
Yeah, it's a great grab and go option.
Let's see.
Deborah says, I went to the Asian store near me for pork belly. Yeah.
That's what a lot of people say. Like, if you have an Asian supermarket.
There's a lot of different small mom and pop stores. There's still grocery stores. They're still open during this season. And there's a lot of things that, because people aren't used to shopping in them, they still haven't shopped in them yet. Mm-hmm. So they have a lot of things there.
Tara said nuts are her kryptonite. They are mine, too.
Nuts
I cannot have nuts in the house.
Definitely my kryptonite.
I can't have nuts. Now, I like pecans, and we have them for, like,
Pecans,
cooking.
you mean?
We have them for cooking during the thing, but I won't touch those. The ones what I want is Brazil nuts. I want macadamia nuts. I want peely nuts.
Peely nuts.
And our Costco, they have the big bag of macadamia nuts, and then I found Brazil nuts, which I like it better than macadamia nuts now. Now they sell the big bags of Brazil nuts. And I walk past, and I start to pick it up, and then I put it right back. Because I'll eat that whole bag in like 2 days.
I'll eat the whole bag.
And, like, I think it's like, what is it? 5 Brazil nuts is like close to 300 calories.
What's 5 of anything?
I will literally eat 50 of them in a sitting.
Easily.
Sherry said our Costco doesn't have it and it burns my butt. Tara said me either. Keto on a budget. My husband picked them up for me. I'm sure he doesn't realize binging cashews and bringing cashews in the house was an act of sabotage.
Yeah, it's we're like that too. Food has definitely been our love language over the years, and definitely between me and like the kids. So you want to get something for that person that you love that they enjoy, and it's like, I know you love these, and it's like, oh, I do love them, but they don't love me back.
Joy said, I'm waiting on my keto bricks. Do you ever use butter powder? Yeah, like I said, we experimented with it a while ago, but the one that I see now, they started adding maltodextrin into it, and we just started kind of shifting away from some of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
My poor dad has shingles, Sherry says, and has had several appointments online. He is in so much pain right now. I am so sorry. We're going to be praying for him, Sherry. What's his name so we can be praying for him? Because that's terrible.
Joy said, do you follow Dr. Berry's suggestion to not count calories? Yes, we no longer count our calories at all.
But, we were in a good place because when we did that reverse diet where we had, like, increased our calories anyway. So I was up to, like, 1,800 to 2,000 calories as a girl. And that was a great place to end, right? I mean, I feel like I get more food. I enjoy it. And I haven't had a tremendous weight increase, which has been nice, especially in this time.
Yeah, we don't count our calories at all, but we also do when we're behaving ourselves, at least me.
When we're not eating boxes of nuts.
Yeah. What I do not snack. I try not to snack. My normal routine is don't snack at all during the day. So if I am going to have a bar, if I am going to have, say, for example, one of those legendary foods, Pop-Tarts or something like that, that is going to be with one of my meals. That's like part of my dessert. It's part of my meal. And it's all lumped in together, and then I'm not going to count calories.
Right.
Now, if you were going to eat all day long, I mean, like Dr. Berry's telling you, the calories counting isn't going to do anything.
It's how many times are you eating?
Yeah, because every time you eat, if you eat 2 nuts in the morning, you just spike your insulin.
So sit down, and let's have our nuts with our food for the day.
Right.
But in like 2 meals a day, and
or
that's
your
it.
Keto dessert or anything like that. I mean, it's the same thing with fat coffees. A lot of people will drink a 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 calorie coffee in the morning.
I've totally done it.
And be like, hey, I'm still fasting. No, you're not.
Yeah.
If you put 50 calories of fat in there, you just spiked your insulin.
Yeah.
And you just threw your fast out the window.
But I was doing that.
Yeah, me too. Slap6 said, I don't count calories, macros. If I don't count them, I can't lose weight.
Everybody's different.
Yeah. Renee said, sending prayers for comfort his way. Our thing is, it took us a long time to fix it because we did count calories so badly where Rachel had gotten herself all the way down to 400 or 500 calories and was still gaining weight. Well, how much lower are you going to go?
There was nowhere to go.
Then when we talked to Robert and we were talking, and he was like, you guys do not eat enough food. And so we got Rachel all the way up to almost 2,000 calories, and she was maintaining and even losing weight until we went back to eating all day long. And I was up to almost 3,000 calories, and again, maintaining, not gaining any weight, but until I started eating 6, 7, 8 times. And once I did that, that's where I put on the 10 pounds that I'm currently carrying that I want to get rid of. Let's see.
Ray says, you make me smile. You make me smile. Thomas Beller says, hey, guys.
Did I see somebody put the name up? No, not yet. We're too far behind.
I was going to say we're far behind,
Tara
sir.
said, I've been eating a lot of bacon and eggs. It's my go-to meal when I don't have time and I'm tired.
A fried egg. I'm like Miriam. I could eat a fried egg any time of day.
Becky said, I can't eat cauliflower anymore. Broccoli is nasty. Kale is fine. See, like, it's funny. We were talking about making a video on, like, our least favorite, like, keto foods. Kale is, like, number one for me.
Really?
I don't like kale, and I don't think it's very nutritious.
Trucker Cat says, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Thanks, Rachel, for making me laugh. I really need that. Aw, well, thank you.
Renee said, I planned to make 2 taco bowls the other night, but they came out as smash burgers instead.
Ooh, that doesn't make me sad.
Chris said, there is 1 net carb in an egg. Good luck eating 20 eggs. Done it. We did that. Remember, we did that egg fast. I had to eat like 20 eggs a day.
Happy.
I was not happy. Shirley said, I've been eating air fryer egg loaves. Quick, easy, and good.
That is the only thing that probably saved our egg fast for Joe was rediscovering the egg loaf.
Karen said, what do you think about ketones? I mentioned it earlier, just real quick. I do not think ketones are needed. Do they serve a purpose? Yes, for a select few. If you are a high-intensity athlete,
which I am not,
like Keto Savage or Danny Vega or like lots of these other people, you know, even if you, I'm thinking about like Dr. Sean Baker, if you like look like that, yeah, you're going to get a little bit of benefit. If you're needing things like, to have more cognitive function, if you're dealing with epilepsy or maybe trying to fight off Alzheimer's or something like that, that's where you want to have those super, super high ketone readings. You can also accomplish it with almost no carb. That's like people who are looking for that kind of stuff for medical reasons, they're usually trying to stick to like 85 to 90% fat diets.
And they're very, very serious about the intermittent fasting.
Yes. The ketones will give you that quick energy. They're super expensive. And again, we love Perfect Keto, and they sell them. And even Perfect Keto is going to say they'll put in their blog posts, they will not make you lose any more weight.
Right.
They're going to give you some cognitive function. If you're trying to bounce back from maybe
Boost
a cheat day, it'll help you get over the keto flu. But that's because they're bound to electrolytes, and the electrolytes are going to get you off of that keto flu. They'll help your body transition, but you don't need them. If you want that increase of cognitive function, have some MCT oil. It'll give you the same effect.
We just want to save you some money so you have more money in the ribeye budget.
Yeah. I mean, the bottom line, the Perfect Keto ones are $60 for a serving of 15. So that is a lot of money for something that's only going to give you 30 minutes to an hour at most of any kind of reaction.
Yeah, we'd rather go the MCT oil route.
And then you get into the companies like Prove It, where it's like $150 for a bottle.
I know. What are they talking about?
Renee said, I keep seeing people post them and I never tried them. He said, Chris, I've never eaten 20 eggs at a time, so no worries there.
Adele. Hi, Rachel and Joe. What does it say? Scroll up one more. Woo.
Where?
Right there.
Oh.
Try making taco soup and crushing Quest taco flavored tortilla chips in it. So delicious.
We need to do that.
We got to do that.
Kathleen said, try keratin and biotin for hair and nails.
Shelly says, the carnivore peeps don't ever worry about carbs as it's not plant carbs. Yeah.
That's how
that helps.
Renee said, I think I just puked in my mouth and
chew
then
the
gristle in the gristle in a while.
I definitely like making the bone broth in the Instapot, and then the bones and the gristle and all that stuff just melts away. And then I could just enjoy the collagen.
It's like when you make that prime rib in the sous vide for 48 to 72 hours.
All the fat.
And there is no more gristle. It literally melts. It just take your hands and it just like goes away.
It's like meat candy.
He said, I'm doing the berry method keto, so I don't count or track anything. Chris said, I cut up any gristle. I can't chew and swallow it. It's all collagen. Renee said, I have so many tactile aversions, and gristle being that slimy one, never could eat chicken and dumplings for the same reason. It's slimy.
Yeah. I mean, Caleb has a hard time with it, so he does better when we make a bone broth and get the collagen that way.
It's like Caleb, if I'm making steaks for everyone, I will never make Caleb a ribeye. I'll make him like a New York strip or something because he just doesn't want all of the fat in the gristle. He's like, please no.
So Teal says that 5 Crowns is a great game. Ooh, never heard of it. I gotta check that out.
Christopher said, clearly people that don't count calories can't eat 10 pounds of beef in one sitting.
Like to try.
Shelly said, I'm trying to find my limit so far. 1 pound of meat is satisfying me, but I do know several that eat more.
So Liz is saying, I'm a hairstylist and dreading the hair salon opening again. Because, yeah, can you imagine, like, what all the things that she's going to have to salvage that people have done while they were home cutting their own hair?
Rhonda said, Joe, wow, I just checked ketones and glucose. I'm not really fasting, and 1.8 ketones at a 66 glucose. It's only this good on a water fast. What's in Keto Chow and yogurt? You're eliminating all of the other stuff is what you're doing. So you're eating fat, you're eating it's not meat and stuff like Dr. Barry's talking about, but you're getting all of the proper nutrients that you're supposed to be getting. And the vitamins are coming from good sources where your body can use. You're not like eating rocks as vitamins.
Right.
You're getting all of your electrolytes. That's why you're getting the amount of fat that you're supposed to be getting. So that's why you're getting those good results.
Yeah.
Chris, like he says all the time, he made Keto Chow because he's lazy. He didn't want to figure it out. I know. That's what he says,
I've
though.
ever met.
But he didn't want to figure out, am I getting all of the proper nutrition from, adding up all of his different foods? He's like, well, I'm going to make something that's got what I need in it.
No guessing.
Works. Renee said, what's everyone's favorite clean protein powder? Keto Chow. If you want something that doesn't have all the vitamins in it, then I would usually use Isopure, which is 0 carb.
And they have a lot of flavors.
Or the Quest. Well, they have 4 good flavors that are 0 carb, or the Quest, but some of the Quest ones have more carbs than others. So that's just something to be aware of. But they have good flavors and they're really sweet. Christopher said, on Christmas I ate my entire 70-pound prime rib in one sitting, plus eggs with cheese. This is why I have to count.
Well, I did do that big, what was that big prime rib that you had gotten? How big was that one?
You ate 3 pounds.
3 pounds. I was pretty proud.
Adele said, I wish I could find a doctor like Dr. Barry. I loved the interview.
He does do calls.
If you are one
Dr.
of his...
Dr. Siwas does also.
Dr. Siwas does calls. He will do Zoom calls and stuff like that, like as a patient. Mm-hmm. And Dr. Barry, if you are one of his higher Patreons, he does a Zoom meeting every Thursday where you can ask him some questions and stuff like that and talk to him about your labs. He's not your doctor, but he will answer more medical questions for you.
I am very excited about the book that he was talking about where they're going to be breaking down lab tests. What do you need to test for? And then how do you read those lab results? Because, man, even after you go and get your blood work, I have to have the doctor tell me, well, this is terrible, look at this and this, and then go home and then see what the real truth is about the lab results.
It's funny when he reminded me that my dad was actually a PhD, and he had written a book right before he passed away.
Yeah.
Where it was like all of these, like all of the different lab tests that they would do in a medical lab and like what they meant and what they were testing for. And after Dr. Barry mentioned it, I was looking for the book and I can't find it.
I'll show you where it is.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah.
Because it made me want to go look for it because I know a lot of the tests that Dr. Barry is going to talk about are in that book and I want to go see what he wrote about it and stuff. I was looking everywhere for it. It made me remember my dad. So
yeah.
Casey said, Joe and Rachel, how often do you guys do a sweet treat? I'm doing OMAD recently and justify having a keto cookie or chocolate chalk zero since I'm not having other meals, but I feel it is hindering my loss. I'd say I have something, depending on what it is, once every 3 or 4 days. Now, as far as a larger dessert, like we're going to have ice cream, we do that once a week. That's all we do. But if I'm going to have like those perfect keto cookies, I may incorporate one cookie within a meal, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a week maybe.
But I totally get what you're saying, and that's the reason why we get a lot of different products that get sent to us for product reviews and stuff, and that's why you're seeing Anthony in some of the product reviews.
They trigger Rachel.
Smashing the boxes and stuff. It really, sends me down a slippery slope, so I want you guys to get good reviews. Joe doesn't have as big of a problem with that particular vice as I do, so that's why we can bring you the product reviews, but like I can't do them. Yeah. Like, because if I have too many of them, it absolutely not just stalls my progress, but it like sends me down the spiral.
For me, my problem is like eating out of boredom. For Rachel, when she gets a sweet treat, she just wants a lot. Like, I can easily get a box of cookies from Perfect Keto, have one, and that box can sit on my counter for weeks. Weeks. I mean, the other cookie can sit there for a week. Rachel, like, there's a box there. Once she has one, she's like, I need to eat those cookies every day until they're gone. And that's just how her brain works.
So the way that we had to handle that was for me to have one day a week. Right. So that I could say to myself, it's not Friday. It's not Friday, so we're not having
And
dessert.
what we'll do is sometimes if we have a couple of things that we need to try, like Chalk Zero, send us some stuff. We will film like 3 or 4 videos in one day where we're saying like where we can take a bite of each one, and then she's like, okay, today's my dessert day. I've done 3 or 4 of these things, and it's not a lot. I mean, it's maybe 10, 15 total carbs between taking the bite out of each one, and it's like maybe 150 calories at the bite out of each one total. But she's like, otherwise it'll send her down the rabbit hole. But she's like, now I can't have anything the rest of the week.
Yeah, but that's my dessert day then.
Yeah. Liz said, I love the work. It's the people. They come in when they're sick and they cough all over us.
Ooh, that's not good.
Let's see. I want to get caught up. Sarah said, Joe, can you color your hair? Shelly said, maybe you need that much. I believe Dr. Baker eats 5 pounds a day in zero carb. They say it's common to eat a lot at first and then your body evens out, but everybody is different.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Chris said, Joe doesn't even have to respond to the coating his head in latex. Why do I even try? I did read that.
Chris says, vegetables are what my food eats.
Shelly said, that does suck. People could be so inconsiderate.
Oh, Renee says, I have the orange and blue one because she's a Florida Gator.
Yeah, and obviously I always figured that you were a huge Jimmy Buffett fan, Renee.
So Keto Chow, so Paper Mario said, I like Keto Chow, but it kind of stalled my system, if you know what I mean. It actually, like, if you do another day or two, and there will not be another stall. You will have some pyrotechnics, actually.
Dana said, I just watched an old Keto Chow review video. OMG, so funny. Everybody should go watch it.
It's pretty cringy.
It was pretty
if you're
cringy.
talking about ours.
Chris said, this might come as a shocking surprise for everyone. I'm so sorry to cause you all distress like this, but I have to confess, I like Keto Chow a lot. It's like it was made for my taste buds.
He has eaten it 100 days straight to prove that, like,
Rachel was actually thinking, I think I could beat 100 days until you said the other day on a live stream that somebody's been doing it for 2 years.
Yeah, then when you said that, I was like, okay, I'm out. They win.
Christopher said, I'm a math data nerd, so I love having data to go with my weight inches. After about 120 pounds of weight loss, it's nice to look back at all of the data.
It is, and I think we need to do that. That's why it's like, be like recording your measurements, make sure you're taking pictures so that you can look back and see how far you've come.
Steph said, my daughter and I just have the chocolate Keto Chow with some heavy whipping cream and made a slushie. So cold, but now I'm freezing.
It was so funny. So we were eating ours earlier, and we were having a conversation with the kids, but like my lips and Joe's lips were going frozen.
Oh, yeah. It was funny.
So all of a sudden we were like,
yeah.
Marriage.
Becky said, I can't do butter in Keto Chow. Nope, heavy cream. Please. Can you not do it because you don't like the taste of it, or because most people don't melt it right? Like I made one the other day, and there was just a little tiny chunk of butter left, and I'm like, oh, that's good. And then I put it into the blender, and I saw stuff floating on top. I'm like, oops, I should have melted it the rest of the way, and I had to rewarm up all of the Keto Chow, because if you don't melt the butter and use warm water, it gets like little bits of like wax that you're thinking it's in there. We don't do heavy cream unless like we're making an actual ice cream, but the heavy cream messes with us. Plus it's got carbs in it. Like one Keto Chow would have 4 carbs in just heavy cream for us.
Right.
Becky said Swiss cheese is my favorite, and Parmesan, Swiss, and Gouda my favorite.
Ray says, what's everyone's favorite Keto Chow flavor? Chocolate toffee.
Peanut butter. Steph said, my favorite is the Baby Bell in red and the Alberta Gouda cheese snacks from Sam's. I love those Baby Bells. Those are really good. And the other thing we found was those soft ones of the Kerrygold lately.
Yes.
That comes in the little wheel. It reminds...
It's a Kerrygold butter, and it's...
But it's very... not butter. It's cheese.
Not cheese, but it is very soft.
Yeah. I forgot what it reminds me of.
I am also a huge goat cheese fan.
Yes.
I love goat cheese.
Rhonda makes her Keto Chow with a nut milk hot water, makes it thicker. I drink one Keto Chow in 2 stages. So delicious.
Do you have a nut milk bag?
Renee said, my Spark Buns are running a special on my treadmill. Chocolate toffee. Vintage Girls is chocolate toffee, and number 2 is pumpkin.
Having the pumpkin yesterday,
it was good.
It put it back on my radar.
Mm-hmm. Christopher's favorite flavor is chocolate toffee, salted caramel, peanut butter, chocolate. Honestly, I like them all.
Not root beer.
I know, you don't like root beer.
Salted toffee is this week's deal.
Salted caramel is this week's deal. Yeah.
No, salted toffee. I've mixed them.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Renee said a banana keto chow with a small scoop of. Oh my gosh, I'm doing that's tomorrow. I know we have some made for tomorrow.
It makes like a chunky
forget
monkey.
The peanut butter fit, the PB2 powder. We've got the peanut flour that he uses for the chocolate peanut. Renee just invented a new flavor for you, Chris.
Yes.
Banana peanut butter. I'm making that. I'm making that tonight.
He seems very excited about this.
Chris, that's just like eye-opening right now. Banana peanut butter.
What have I been doing with my life?
Christopher said orange keto chow with sugar-free white chocolate chips makes some good fudge. What are you guys doing to me?
There's a lot of amazing recipes for Keto Chow on the Keto Chow website. I mean, we have some on 2krazyketos.com. It's under recipes, and there's a special tab that's like Keto Chow recipes. But they have way more recipes on their website, and they're amazing.
Carmen said a big bag of Brazil nuts and 8 ounce of raw is all I can get here, and it's around $10 plus.
Wow.
Yeah, so this was like a 2.5 pound bag, and I want to say it was like $17 at Costco. Usually we would buy, I have to, when I buy Brazil nuts, I have to go to like Whole Foods and buy them loose. Because then I can get a small amount. Because I'm eating whatever you get. Now you can't.
You can't get bulk stuff right now.
You can at Sprouts.
Really?
Sprouts has the bulk, but they've already... No, they have them where they've bagged them all up.
Oh, okay.
So if you go over to the bulk bins, at least our Sprouts, they're all where they've put like half pound or quarter pounds, and they're all bagged up. So you can't dig them up. You just grab one of their bags.
Okay. Because like Whole Foods has it like all X'd out everywhere. And you know what it reminds me of? When they would have like a broken gumball machine at the front of a grocery store, right? Because it's just like, no, you can't come near here. It's all broken.
Keto on a Budget said I have 2 Brazil nuts with my lunch. 2 Brazil nuts for me would be like, here, you can have 1 chocolate chip.
That is so brilliant, though.
It's awesome. I just couldn't do it.
That restraint is awesome. I want that
proud
willpower.
Of you. Like I said, for me, that'd be like 1 chocolate chip. Here's your chocolate chip.
I want that willpower. You're awesome.
Ray said, I've been saving up to start buying Keto Chow more consistently. I'm so excited. I keep meaning to try it, but my disability income limits my budget. Yeah. It is expensive but I was telling somebody else today, it's an investment. It is a big, it's a when you look at, it's $70 to buy a bag, yes, that's a lot of money. When you break it down into 21 meals, that's $3.50 per serving, including the fat that you're going to use. What meal can you eat for $3.50 at 400 to 500 calories and all of your nutrients?
Right, and know that I'm even getting my electrolytes in there.
Right. Joe said my GNC had no deals on the chips. I was disappointed. Yeah, it's a hit or miss thing. You just got to go in every once in a while. We used to do it with Quest bars. Remember, we used to get Quest bars for like $1 a bar.
Sometimes it depends on the managers that they're just like, I'm tired of looking at this stuff. I'm just marking everything down.
They go by the date. So what you do, if you don't see anything, go over to the cashier. I'm bold this way. I'll go up to the cashier. Hey, are any of your Quest chips about to go on clearance? And they'll go over and check. And oh no, wait, all of these were about to go on clearance. And they'll mark them down. That's what he did the other day. They weren't marked down yet. The guy said he was getting ready to. So
Ballsy.
So I said, I will take every one that you're marking down.
Ballsy.
I am. Becky said it's just moving what was close to the expiration date. Each GNC is different. This was the one in Coconut Creek. Yeah, I found it in several of the GNCs. You just, like I said, have to be ballsy and go up and ask them.
Lucy says, I'm tracking calories and macros because I was under eating most days and forgetting what I ate on others. Yeah.
That's the bigger reason to track calories, to make sure you're getting enough food in.
Right.
If you're full at one meal and only eating 700 or 800 calories, you've got to be adding another meal in.
And we like Chronometer if
Yes.
you're trying to stay on top of it.
Deb said, my Keto Chow just came in, first trying mocha. Any recipe suggestions? I have never had mocha. Everybody tells me it's awesome, and we've never had it.
But they do have it on their website. They have mocha recipes.
Yes. Right Family said, so far I'm late. We promised that maybe we'd watch Winter Soldier with her.
How fun.
Renee said she likes the mocha made with coffee instead of water. Christopher said coffee instead of water is good with a few flavors. Chastity got her Blackstone.
I am so excited. I can't wait to find out what you're going to cook.
Let's see. Deb said coffee is my favorite food, like Rachel.
Coffee is the most important meal of the day.
Let's see. We're almost caught up here. Shanta said, I'm not going to nail shop or hair salon at least a month after it opened because I do not want to be around people that close too fast.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there is going to be a little bit of a whoosh effect, is like everybody just heads out the door because they're just so like desperate for contact. And
I think you're going to have that, and then you're going to have a lot of people that are afraid to go out. Like we were watching the president earlier, and he was talking about like they've set up this plan of like stage 1, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 to get back into normal life. But really, you're looking at even the states that are ready, 30 to 45 days to get back to normal, because you're supposed to be waiting. Every state's got to wait 2 weeks until they haven't had new cases and stuff, and then before they move on to the next phase.
So here's a really great reason for us to stick to the plan.
Yep.
Try to do as much as we can as possible. It's going to be like bathing suit season, right?
Yeah.
We're all in here and no one's seen us. We want to emerge from our homes victoriously, right? Like not emerge from our homes and be like, yeah, I got the freshman 15 going on here, right?
Yeah. So I think you're gonna have half the people are gonna be like, I can't wait to get back out there, and there's gonna be a lot of people that are a little hesitant.
Yeah.
So I'm like ready to get out there. I already told Rachel, okay, once everything goes back to normal, I want to go to every keto conference in the country for the rest of the year. I'm hoping some of them get rescheduled. I'm hoping New York still happens. I'm hoping Houston still happens. Like Chris is gonna let us know.
He's ready to make some friends.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make some friends. I want to get out. Stacy said, hey, Joe, I finally got to try some bacon that I smoked in my new smoker. The fat pieces are my favorite. Talk about flavor. Thanks for showing me how. Well, I'm going to say you're welcome, but I'm also going to thank Christopher for turning us onto it. We talked about it. We never knew how easy it was until Slap a Stick sent us, here's how I do it. So I can't take all the credit for basically doing what he told us to do.
That beautiful, precious man that brought bacon into our lives.
Christopher said, I told my wife for Father's Day I just want an A5 Wagyu ribeye. I don't even think it'd cost $1,000.
Wow.
Renee said, I just wanted to use protein powder in place of collagen powder in my coffee to try to increase protein. I also used my Keto Chow.
Nice.
Kathleen said, night all, stay safe. Yeah, we're getting off. We've been on here for an hour and 45 minutes.
Dead Files. Oh, is that a good show?
Check
that out.
It's an hour and 45
Shanta
minutes.
says, I'm still trying to find out why my creatine is high and what it means.
Yeah. Tara loves the Anthony cameos.
Stacy says, if there was sugar in my house, I'd eat it all.
So Carmen said, probably means you have
sitting.
reduced kidney functions. So you might want to be careful.
Mike says, I'm with Rachel. One treat makes me want to eat another. It's something I need to watch closely. I got to put a fence around it. Vintage Girls, coffee, yolks, and toffee. Keto Chow, best gourmet ice cream. Add heavy whipping cream for a Keto Chow frappe. I like frappes.
Christopher said, if I open a pack of perfect keto cookies, I can't eat one and leave one. I'm eating all 4 cookies.
Yes.
Are we almost there?
Let's see.
Lucy said, now that you have to explain you film many reviews in one day, it makes sense. That day the perfect keto cookies release was crazy, watching so many keto people who've maintained big weight losses. Now, Perfect Keto does usually send us some things a few days early because I've asked him to do that.
But you can't.
But we can't release it until that day. He'll send it to us and say, like, you can't release the video until this day. Most of the time, we won't film more than 2 to 3 review videos. And a lot of time, we usually only like to do 1 video, except for, like, we've been on a fast and stuff. So we have, like, 2 or 3 that we'll do on Saturday. But then we're not doing anything for a few days.
So Parrot Head Renee says, yeah, it's kind of weird being in Texas where Jimmy Buffett and my Gators aren't very popular here. Displaced Floridian. Mike says, I ordered a shipment of meat from the grocery store today, researching how to cook is that a 15-pound brisket?
Do you have a smoker? Just cut off some of the fat. Or some people don't cut off the fat. I cut off some of the fat and turn it into tallow. Let's see.
Slapstick says, I have a Florida Gator basketball goal in my kitchen, but I'm not a fan. We just got it as a souvenir. It's where my son was born. We adopted him there and bought a few Florida souvenirs.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Okay, so Becky is a University of Miami fan.
Let's see.
Shasti says, are you doing 2 to 3 Keto Chows a day? We're doing 3 Keto Chows a day, Monday through Friday of this week. So Saturday we'll go back to...
Saturday we're going back to food.
To foodies.
Mike said, Kerrygold's are awesome. I get them from Whole Foods. Yeah, the cheeses.
Ron says, I put butter and heavy cream in my Keto Chow. Chocolate is my favorite.
Let's see.
Joe, I love your yogurt recipe. Have made it twice. Do you ever add flavoring to it?
I don't. I like it the way it is. A couple times I've actually put a few drops of the lemon monk fruit drops from Lakanto, and it gives it like a lemon yogurt flavor. But for the most part, I like it just like that.
I like it like that because I like Greek yogurt. Mm-hmm. I like goat cheese. I like sour cream. You see where this is going? It's kind of like, I like the things that are really kind of rich, but also have a bit of a tang to it.
But we do like to top it with Lolly's cookie clusters, or like the keto granola or the high key granola. We do like to put just like maybe a half of a serving in there for a little bit of crunch and mix it around.
Yeah. Good night, Miss Becky.
Andrea said, I just received my first Keto Chow sample bag. Going to try salted caramel. If I like it, I can order it because it's on sale this week.
Salted caramel is awesome. I make the chocolate toffee fat bombs from Keto Chow website all the time. My absolute favorite, but addictive. Yes. And the chocolate toffee cheesecake that you made.
Yes.
I could eat that every day.
Renee said my Sprouts had those bags yesterday. I caved and went. Got a huge Kai2 cold brew pack. I love that stuff.
The Kai2 cold brew coffee. Are you talking about like in... Oh my goodness. Those are so, so good.
I know I'm skipping. Casey said, try the single serve Keto Chows. That's what I do before I invest in a big bag and buy 2 packs of a flavor. I want to try to gauge if it's worth an investment.
It is worth the investment, I think.
Yeah, but everybody's different with flavors. Like... When we first got it, I got orange, thinking Rachel would love orange. She's like, yeah, not for me. Fortunately, I like it.
Yeah. Sevi says, with high price of things, I have to remind myself that I'm investing in my health, which is a need, and bypass investing in wants to make up for it. Yeah. And there's definitely, a shift in the way we spend our money. Mm-hmm. We don't have to pay for medicine anymore. That was, that becomes $150 money back into our pocket that goes into our grocery bill, right, because we're, not having to pay for that anymore.
Right.
We had the weirdest one that we noticed when we went to Omaha, and that was, we live in South Florida. We have tons of bugs, okay, in South Florida. We could reduce how many times we had a pest control person come, mm-hmm, because we don't get roaches or anything anymore. That is,
they used to always be in our cabinets,
because we had things in our cabinets that they were drawn to, like the sugars and like, McCormick seasoning packets and all of that kind of stuff. The pastas. Yep. We don't get Weebles anymore. Yeah. We don't have to have them come and spray as often. So that became like a $50 or $100
deodorant. I know it sounds disgusting, but I wear deodorant like one day.
Very
when
rarely.
We go to church is when we wear deodorant, but because for the most part, we don't need it. We never have body odor.
Like you're supposed to have a smell.
And I always had bad body odor. Like I could take a shower and 2 hours later, Rachel would be like, did you put deodorant on? I'm like, yeah. She's like, go put more on.
Right. So
now I don't wear it.
So it's interesting that, we don't spend money in one place, but it goes to another.
Stacy said, has anyone tried Death Wish coffee? Yes. We really like it.
It's
got a great taste. It is high in caffeine. It's just expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $15 a bag here, $20 a bag here, actually.
And I drink so much coffee that I have to kind of budget.
Yeah. Chris said, yes, it's way cheaper than insulin for the Keto Chow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Carrie says, I'm making your yogurt for the first time and I accidentally got non-fat yogurt. Is that going to be a problem?
As the starter, no. What matters is the starter cultures. That's what you want. And again, when you buy those starter cultures, try to buy a Greek yogurt, because the Greek is going to have some different cultures, different bacteria that'll make it a little bit thicker. I like however you pronounce it, however people pronounce it the right way is.
Fage.
But it's got some extra cultures in there that a lot of other yogurts don't have, and that's why it's so thick like that.
I like to buy my Fage at Target.
Brianna said, been listening the whole time while playing
Triamonos
with my hubby.
How fun is that? He keeps saying, you're just like Rachel. Well, that's because you're awesome, Brianna.
Yeah, Mike said some states are already ready for phase 1. Yeah, but even those states are going to be like 30 to 45 days away. Now, Florida, who knows where we're going to be at.
New York, New Jersey.
Renee said it was first coffee I could actually drink black, but I haven't tried the Kai2 black that Rachel says is amazing.
Okay, so the Kai2 black that I'm talking about, the cold brew, they're in like little, bottles. The only thing is, they pack a punch, yo. And yeah. I obviously have a very high caffeine tolerance, and it made me go like, woohoo! So brace yourself for that.
Steph said, without insurance, I would have been spending around $2,000 a month for insulin when I was a diabetic. It's a lot cheaper for Keto Chow, Perfect Keto Collagen for sure.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, we're
never going to get caught
You
up.
know what was making me think was the Keto Chow live stream from last night where he was talking about having plantar fasciitis. There's another thing. I had that. I was having to buy tons of insoles, specialty shoes. I had to have things that went around my ankle. I was getting cortisone shots on the regular. All of those came with a doctor's appointment I had to pay for. I don't have any of that anymore. So that's another bill we don't have.
Deb said, I just ordered the Breville Grind Control and got it last week. I'm in love. Smells so good in the morning.
Doesn't it smell
That
amazing?
was the best investment we ever made.
That is,
I don't know. The bed's pretty awesome right now.
The bed is awesome.
We'll talk about that on Monday.
But like, yeah, that Breville coffee, I think it just, it makes our marriage work.
Yeah. Steph said, being unhealthy is way too expensive. Since going keto, I save so much money. Yes. Lucy said, how the beautiful precious man brought keto bacon jam into our life.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Brilliant.
Forgot about that. I won't make it because, yeah.
It's too good.
Christopher said, on keto, every bite of food costs more, but I eat a lot less bites. Grocery budget still went down. Yeah, that's what we've talked to Dr. Barry about. Like, we started buying, better quality meats. We started buying pasture-raised eggs, pasture-raised butter, and yet still we spend less money now than we did before.
But
eating steak, and we stop in almost all of our shopping is in Whole Foods.
But I like the fact that you can still do it with hot dogs and mustard.
Oh, yeah.
You can still get canned chicken. You can still get potted meat. You can still eat sardines. Ew, if you like sardines.
Is there any chance, though, that we were ever eating ribeyes? Like $20 a pound ribeyes before. We just weren't. Like, we were buying the cheapest. We were fast food people because we would be able to go to Taco Bell and feed the entire family for $5, and everybody was like eating so much it was like coming up. That's how much we would eat.
If you are what you eat,
it was not good.
Sad.
Okay, we got to get caught up here.
2 hours, here we come. Oh my gracious!
It is. It's bad.
Okay.
Steph said, I think I'm
Scroll to the bottom.
Eating unhealthy, even knowing I have reversed type 2, my normal blood pressure now, and I've lost so much weight. They say you shouldn't eat like me.
How close are you to the bottom?
I'm close.
Okay.
Deb
you say that, but
Deb said I've had a
not.
Vitamix for years. If it's an investment, it's an investment that's worth it. Yes. That's what my mom got us one for our wedding. That's what she bought us. She's like, this is the best investment you'll have.
I said, I don't have a smoker. I'm going to put a charcoal pan into my old barbecue grill and see how it works.
Yeah. You can actually cook it in your oven. Just low and slow. 220 degrees for probably about 14 hours. You just won't get that the smoke taste, but it'll be that nice. You just want it a long time.
Parrot Head Renee, I like where she says, people tell me you're going to get fat with the way that she eats. And she was like, I was until I started eating this way.
Exactly.
Same here. I was. And I was gaining weight eating the diet food of oatmeal.
Kelly wants to know if we can share our favorite Keto Chow flavors. Rachel's is
chocolate
toffee. Mine changes.
And then chocolate toffee, followed by chocolate toffee.
Mine changes. Right now it's chocolate peanut butter. I like chocolate peanut butter, chocolate mint, and banana and strawberry are probably at the top right now for me.
I really do love chocolate. I understand that is his best flavor. That's their best
most popular
seller for Miriam and Chris is chocolate. And I was like, who's wasting a Keto Chow purchase on chocolate until I had chocolate. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best chocolate ever. Why didn't I just get chocolate?
Steph said, I get told I'm losing too much, and if they only knew, I'm way away from being done losing. Yeah, I was told like I was going to die if I kept losing. So.
Oh, someone says chocolate peanut butter is your favorite.
Yeah, it changes all the time.
And she says, good night.
Vintage Girl said, Joe, is the Lolly's Carrot Cake chunk showing up in your dreams? I never saw you so happy about a snack. Oh, yeah. Yes. In fact, she sent us an Instagram message like, I am so happy we made one that you like.
He loves it. Carrot cake
really
for the win.
Good.
Andrew says, which Vitamix would you suggest?
All the Vitamixes have the same motor. Mm-hmm. So,
which is like a helicopter.
They all have the same motor. So they have one in Costco a lot of times. If you have a that's like a lot of times you can get it for like $275. That one is good. Then they have the more expensive one. It just does more gadgets and you can hook it up to your phone. None of that stuff is really needed. What I would tell you is get one that has a 48-ounce container. Do not get the 64-ounce wide, short container because unless you're going to make like 3 servings of Keto Chow at once, if you're only 1 or 2 people, what happens is you have to add a lot of stuff. So if you're just doing a 1-person or a 2-person thing, because it's wide, the blades hardly get covered.
Right.
So we bought the 64-ounce container. That's what it came with. And I then paid an extra $50 for the 48-ounce one because that's what you're going to use 99% of the time.
We really only use the other one when we make big batches of
Keto Chow. So you really want the smaller container. So you don't need the other one, but they all have the same exact motor. That's what you care about. So I always tell people, get the cheaper one. You don't need the bigger one unless you want to have all the fancy things. And for what we're doing on keto, you're not going to be doing smoothies and a lot of the different types of soups and stuff like that anyway.
No, because we get to eat real food.
Right. That just got me way behind. Steph said, now if dogs don't drive me nuts. Renee said, Death Wish website has a rewards program. When you order, accumulate points, and there's lots of other ways to build more points. I have to look at that. We only ever get it from Sprouts.
So Patty says that it's fa-ye.
Ah.
Fa-ye.
Okay.
Fa-ye.
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 Sounds like Korean.
Sounds like maybe a naughty word almost.
Deb said, my Vitamix 5200 was the tall container, but some people want the shorter container because it's too tall for most cabinets. I've seen the model at Costco. It's short
Costco
now.
a lot of times says a roadshow.
We had the 5200 tall container. I like that one better. Now, my mom, who's had a Vitamix for probably 20 years, liked that one better. So much that she had them refurbish hers. She didn't want the newer container.
Talk about great service on a small appliance. Can you imagine that you could have a small appliance in this day and age for 20 years and then get it refurbished and then brought back to you and it'd still be okay?
Yeah.
Please.
But if you are going to get, now that was the issue with us, with the taller one, it would not fit under our cabinets, which is why they have the shorter one. So if you're getting the shorter one, make sure you're getting the 48 ounce, not the 64 ounce. If you get the 64 ounce, order the 48. Like Costco, when they have their roadshow, what they'll do is the extra containers are like $150, and a lot of times on their roadshow, if you buy a spare container, it's only like $50. So pick up the spare container.
Everybody needs to write this moment down because this is the one rare time where Joe goes, get the smaller appliance. And not get the giant.
Dana said, what kind of bed do you have again? My other half sweats horribly during the night, and we have tried cooling pillows and both of them work. Can you link below? There should be a link below. If not, I'll add it afterwards. It's called the chili bed.
It's the Uller?
We have the Uller, but the other one is just as good.
Oh my goodness. Can I just say this really quickly?
We're 2 hours
I've got to say this. Okay, so Joe has a saying, because I am loving sleeping on this thing, and it keeps everything cool. But what Joe said was, hey, instead of using your alarm clock, let's see if we can use the feature where it warms up closer to when you want to.
Yeah, so that's a feature of the Uller. On your phone, you can tell it, hey, I want to wake up at 5 o'clock. So what it will start doing is at around 4:30, 4:45, it will start increasing the temperature up to 100 degrees, which you think is going to make you sweat, but it doesn't. What it does is it makes your body think it's becoming sunny out now, and it's time for you to get up. It's just a natural way to wake up. So I told her, here's what I want you to do. You don't have to be up at 5 o'clock right now. The shipping can wait till 6. So let's set your alarm for 6. I'm going to set the bed for 5 and see what happens. And 3 nights in a row, she has been up at 5 o'clock.
It wakes me up.
And she actually has to sleep with 4 different alarms. The alarms go up all over the house.
And I haven't had to have an alarm, and I'm not ticked off when I wake up.
The bed was an investment. I'm not going to lie. It was expensive, but for so far, it has been worth it for us.
And
good sleep is worth the investment.
And I haven't been sweaty.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm just going down. Mike said, yes, keto does the exact opposite of what everyone thinks. Doctors need to promote low carb more. I had no idea until I tried it based on my son doing it first. If I had not seen it working, I never would have tried it.
I'm so glad you did, Mike, because this way we get to hang out with Mike, and I love Mike.
Yeah, and that's, again, what Dr. Barry said last night. He's like, you guys, you make an impact just being a success story. Yeah. Every one of you guys.
In your family.
Every one of you. If you're having success, you are making an impact. Somewhere, somebody's going to come up to you and say, hey, what did you do? And you can tell them. And I had a guy who runs a lacrosse league up in Boca Raton. He saw me 2 years ago, and he was like, what happened? Because he saw me 7 months later, and now I'm 100 pounds down. He's like, what happened? I told him, Last year, he came up to me and I'm like, I didn't recognize him. I'm like, what happened? He was like, I did what you did. I did keto. I've lost 170 pounds.
And that is going to make such a difference for his family.
Yeah.
And that's what we want, right? We want these people around us that we love so much to have a long and happy, healthy life.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, so we're caught up. We're going to read the last couple. Miriam said it's a chili pad and they have a coupon code. Yeah, we don't have a specific coupon code, but I do have 2 coupon codes that I know of linked down below. The chili pad has a better coupon code than the Uller. The Uller, I think, has a 15%. The chili has a 25%. The difference is the Uller is self-cleaning, you don't have to change out the water to clean it, and it's got an app to allow you to set timers and stuff. The other one only has a remote, and you have to clean out the unit once a month. That's the big difference. One's just an older unit than the other, but they have a better deal on the older one.
Right.
You know, it's like a king size, I think, is $1,000 and then 25% off, like, as opposed to $1,400 and 15%
It's like
off.
when they get a new car in for the year.
So Mike wants to know, Slapstick wants to know, why are you waking up at 5 a.m.? Because we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, just to be able to fit everything in. I have to make sure I have time for devotions. I need to have time for
First thing we
shipping.
do when we get in the morning is we pray, we read our Bible, we read our books, and then,
start
move on today. So
yeah, we've had a lot of taping to do for church. We do Boredom Busters. We do morning devotions. Joe edited all of that stuff. Then we have the regular church service, and we have preschool and elementary services that you can see on coastalkids.online if you're ever interested.
Steph said, wow, 100 people are watching.
Hey, 100
Renee
people.
said, I want to check into the chili bed for essential employees, but being home health, my company doesn't have name tags. I wonder if a 1099 will work. Yeah, just send that.
Absolutely.
Rhonda said, sorry, Slapstick, when are you doing an egg fast? Stacy said, I've paid $6,000 for a bed I can't sleep in.
Oh, no.
Haven't been able to sleep flat for over 30 years. I just bought a Craftmatic and I still can't sleep. I'm on a $600 recliner. Go figure.
Oh, my gracious. I have an aunt that sleeps primarily in her recliner, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
How do we get behind?
Sleep is a thing.
Lucy said, Random is my high school on my Facebook page. Posted a photo today of Carol Baskin in the yearbook. So allegedly she attended and dropped out of my high school back in the 70s.
Oh my gosh. So, hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
Ron's said, I tried anyway. I applied earlier today and they have to match you with a donor, but try it. Yeah, it's not going to hurt you to try it. And then all that happens is as they sell, they're just going down the list. Because I contacted them about it. But
it's like, at least if we could get in, I'd love our friends to get in first. If there's, that's...
Chris said, Rachel works hard for her money, hard for her money.
I don't need an organ.
Mike said, sounds like a high-tech bed. My bed has no app, just saying.
Right.
It's a cooling mattress.
It's just cooling.
It's a mattress pad that goes across the top that will bring your bed down to 50 degrees or up to 110.
Depending on where you like it.
So that, you can sleep cooler. The best sleeping temperature is actually 67 degrees. And I've got to do something about my sleep. And at least the last 4 days, I'm getting 7 to 8 hours sleep, which I was averaging 3 to 4 before.
Anybody who's been with this channel for any length of time knows that the possibility of Joe getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep in a night is pretty wild.
Okay, we're caught up. We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes. You talk too much.
I'm sorry that I talk so much, but guys, I love you so much, and I am so glad that we got to hang out tonight. It just makes life better.
Okay, we're getting off. Good night, everybody. Check us out tomorrow, too. We announce the winners for the Keto Chow.
Yeah, we love you guys.